Ladies and gentlemen, and now it's Too Late with Alan Mosley. Hey!
Imagine having driven across the country to see your internet friends. I mean, when we were growing up, there was only two kinds of people on the internet. There were hackermans and there were rapists. And the hackers were going to rape you too. So you didn't talk to them. You certainly didn't go see them. And speaking of seeing them, I'm joined as always by the number one producer in late night. It's Dave Wilimowski. Dave!
Hey! I'm here.
Dave, how are you doing?
Oh. Supposed to prepare for this part, huh?
Yeah, get your note. Get the note. Get the note. All right, hold on. Dave, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a great day. Got to hang out with some of my friends
that
I've never seen before. This is amazing.
That's the thing is that so for the people that came that like they do some sort of anonymous avatar on their social media, you're like John 062626 exclamation mark. We've got you now. Yeah. We're tagging you in every picture. I mean, you heard the helicopters. We got the feds here. Mm-hmm. It's done deal. Yeah. Dave, I can see you. Like, not on a screen. I can see you.
Yeah, I'm right here. It's wild.
I don't know if I like it.
This
isn't. Let's pack it up.
Yeah. We tried really hard.
We'll stream it. we always do because the show's always live. You guys know that, right? Boy, I really do appreciate everybody doing that, though. You know, we were going around the crowd figuring out where everybody was from, getting our geography lessons, because as it turns out, outside of, like, the immediate southeast, when I would say, oh, you're from Texas, that's 3 days away, isn't it? I don't know. Turns out a lot of people are actually a lot closer to us than we thought they were, which that's creepy in a different sense. That's a little bit troubling. But my friend Dave has come all the way across the country. So many people are here that came all the way across the country to be a part of this, to help out with this, and they're still here, by the way. They're still here tonight because we're right on time, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly when we expected to be doing the show.
That looks good.
Yeah. Boy, you could wait for the guest segment to start yelling. Mike Maharrey. This is the 4th annual It's Too Late live show. And every year we've done this in the past. We did it at my old friend Blake Osborne, his studio. They always took place in March because they always coincided with like an every 50th episode. The 50th was there, the 100th was there, the 150th was there. And we decided this year, you know, what if instead of doing like it's just a night thing, we pack into the studio, we do a show, then we leave. And it's like, man, everyone came such a long way for one night. What if instead of doing that, we do it later in the year, the weather will be nicer, which it was fantastic here at the private Bonhoeffer Computer Club in Middle Tennessee, and make it more like a family reunion. And I felt that. I really did. I felt that that's kind of what this was today, so I really appreciate that a lot. So now that we've got that out of the way, about abortion.
Let's get into it.
Like, so if you want more children to be alive, I'm not saying slavery. I'm not saying sell the children. I'm saying sell the parental rights to the children. That's not the same. Like, a parent doesn't own the child, right? They're the parental guardian for a number of years. Do you want the babies alive or not? And everyone says that I'm a neo-Confederate and I support slavery and all. I don't get it. I don't understand. But these are old jokes. We've done these jokes before. I think we did these same abortion jokes last year. So we're not going to do abortion again this year. So anyway, about age of consent. I mean, back in the Bible days, I mean, I'm not really into that stuff, but, like, I've got a guest tonight who could probably educate us. I mean, they liked them young back then, so, I mean, not me.
No. Who are you to judge?
I mean, not you liking them, but you're the expert to tell us how they liked them. Yeah. There's a few people in particular that I want to make sure that I mention now so that we don't forget. And I say that really in particular because this particular version of the show, I don't have a monitor. I have no idea where we're at. I don't know what the time is.
Oh, that's my job.
Dave, you're more in charge now than you've ever been, my friend.
You're good.
Oh, we're good? Okay.
Golden.
So every single one of these shows we've ever done, I've always been joined by my friends Sherry Voluntary and Mike Maharrey. They have been on, and they've appeared on all these shows. They've traveled across the country every single time for these shows. I mean, Sherry comes like across the state, but that's still across the country, right? It's the same thing. A shout out to our hosts this evening, Andrew and Camellia, here at the private Bon Aqua Computer Club, allowing us to have this whole outdoor venue for everyone to hang out, separate into their little tribes, you collectivist pieces of shit. I don't get to visit with half of you, and then we do a show. Yeah, so absolutely, Andrew and Camellia.
Yeah.
It's also, by the way, it's also provided us a really unique opportunity because, you know, some people are culturally insensitive. And you know, sometimes, here's the thing though, I don't always hold it against people because sometimes people just, they're not really world known. They haven't traveled much. They haven't met a lot of different kind of people. So they don't really know the difference, right? And so when I was growing up here in Tennessee, you know, no one, like, what's a Jew? I don't know what a Jew is. And so they're like, well, you've got curly hair. Are you Jewish? And I'm like, well, there's a little bit more to it than that, I think, than having brown curly hair or whatever. And I said, what a great opportunity tonight. We've got Andrew here, who is Jewish, and you can see the differences between us. Now, so for instance, you know, I have curly brown hair, but Andrew's is a bit darker, you know, a little bit different kind of texture, you know. You know, I've got this big Mosley nose, but it's different facial features entirely. You see us side by side, totally different. I didn't kill our Lord Jesus Christ. That's another big one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Now I know I have the right kind of audience here. Versus the cars we're going to be seeing leaving down the driveway here in a couple of minutes.
Wait for the headlights.
Now you know what kind of show it is. This is still kid friendly though, right?
You're walking the line, but it's good.
Like they don't get it. This is, I would say, we've been fairly personable so far.
Yeah, it's hovering in the personable area. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? When you talk, you should have the camera on you. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm never good at that. Oh, I did it again. Right.
Go ahead and play it. Yeah, there it is. Right. No, but go ahead and play the other one because you messed up. This is Dave's first day. He's learning. It's all right. All right. Commercial break?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you guys aren't actually going to see the commercials, but the people at home will because they didn't come and pay tickets. Fuck them, am I right? Yeah. We will be back with the meme of the week and the viewer mail right after this commercial break. Don't go away. I saw it.
Oh, man.
Guys, welcome back to the show. Hey, Dave.
Yes, Alan.
What time is it?
It's time for Meme of the Week. Do you really know who your kids are talking to online? And you have to use an AR-15. Trust me, the voices in your head won't leave alone unless you do. Wow.
That's not nearly as bad as the school shooting meme we had last
No,
week. So
that
don't
was-
even
that
give
was
me
pretty
that
vanilla.
face. Don't even give it. Yeah,
No,
it's
that's
fine.
That's
That
fine.
was mild. They don't even know what it's about. It's fine. Kids are fine. But we do have a bonus meme. Check out the bonus meme.
So, do you support the pardoning of Ross Ulbricht? Well, I actually think it's a complex, multifaceted, and she's out.
Yeah. Free Ross. Absolutely. Now, normally, this is the time of the show that we talk about our sponsor. And thank goodness I remembered to bring it right here. But we can't do that. We can't do the thing because we didn't set up the
Okay.
camera, so we
That's
can't
no
do the
problem.
thing. But tonight's sponsor is Pat Crest Botanicals, which you can find at www.patcrestbotanicals.com. If you use promo code It's Too Late, all one word, It's Too Late, you get 30% off.
30%.
30%. 30%, Sherry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 30% off. Yeah, 30. That's almost a third.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I was a history major. Yeah. Yeah. But that's patcrestbotanicals.com. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Promo code It's Too Late.
All one.
Dave,
Yeah.
let's answer some viewer mail.
Oh, we're doing
Show. Some cool people. It's very If you go back in the replay, it's like a Easter egg thing, you know. All right. Anyway, but it wouldn't be an annual live show without this lady right here, the former co-host of Postcards from Somalia. We're trying to do it again. I mean, well, me. I'm trying to tell Sherry to waste another few years of her life doing it. My co-host for Postcards from Somalia, Sherry Voluntary.
Hey.
Sherry, you're doing the viewer mail for us
Yeah.
today.
Oh, let me get it.
Yeah. Jesus
We're all good
Christ.
Southern ladies. Keep their
Yeah.
goods.
All right. Now, people left us viewer mail throughout the day today here at the live show, and these are the viewer mail questions that Sherry has picked. So if you don't hear your question, it was too damn retarded to be read on the show. All right, Sherry, take it away.
All right. Dear Alan and Dave, if you could have a robot sidekick built for the show, what would it be like and what would you name it? And they didn't put their name, so
Oh.
they were ashamed of this question.
Well, you know, that's a callback to Craig Ferguson and Jeff Peterson, the gay robot skeleton. But I have a gay robot man, Dave. So,
Hey.
yeah. What kind of robot? Yeah.
It doesn't say. It just says a robot sidekick.
Drone. Drone.
Okay.
Those are worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
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 You can sell it and make some money
Yeah.
off the show.
I mean, until it explodes on some brown kids, then it's not worth as much.
One
but
of those drones.
it's worth a lot of money. So I'm gonna go with drone. Dave, did you have an answer?
No, I mean, I don't need a sidekick. I am the sidekick.
I know. Dave is taken aback right now because a former #1 producer in
Yeah.
Late Night is here on the stage at the same time.
I'm
And-
shook.
Yeah, feeling shook. They rolled up on you. But there was a 0% chance that Blake was going to be here, though. God rest his soul.
I wish we had a goat to walk by in the background.
You're going to get a goat farm, Dave, once we're done. You. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next question.
Okay. Dear Alan and Dave, how do you feel about women who carry dogs in their purses? Brian Johnson.
I mean, if she was a meaty enough woman, it would be like a Doberman or, you know. They're all, aren't they like always Chihuahuas? Like, am I wrong on that? Are they always Chihuahuas, pretty much? Terriers, something like that? Yeah. Thanks, Radam Andam Sakozin out in the audience, just yelling out answers. Did it say Dear Adam and Dave? No, it did not. Thank you. Chihuahua's a good meat, though, right, Sherry?
No comment.
All right. We're moving on. Next question.
Okay. Dear Alan and Dave, this one is from one of our younger viewers.
Okay.
What is your favorite candy? Chris Wilimowski, and he put his age 9.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. It's
We
wholesome.
did a tier list, Dave. You and I, we did a tier list of our favorite candies, and it was like 2.5 hours long.
It was. We really got down to it, yeah.
That tier list was supposed to be the 20-minute segment of the show, but just the tier list was actually an hour and 45 minutes long. We talked that long about candy. Was it Reese's? Is that what it was? I'm saying Reese Cups.
That seems right. That seems like what it should be.
Yeah, I'm saying Reese Cups. That's what I'm going with.
I'm going to have to go with Snickers because I need a little more.
Snickers, yeah.
More substance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just eat another Reese's. Like,
There's 2.
all right. Yeah, I mean, Snickers is not bad, but, well, all right. Reese's or Snickers. We'll do that. Thank you, Chris.
Dear Alan and Dave, this one is right up your alley. Is dirty dishwater a soup? In parentheses, there's more to it. If there's no soap in the water because you live in the South and can't afford soap. And this one was anonymous as well.
Let me see that one right there. All right. What was the next question?
How did that get through?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's good. Dear Alan and Dave, which is worse, mosquito bites or chiggers? Your slightly eaten friend, Justin. It's not that kind of
God
show.
bless Justin for being here. Because he ain't coming back, is he? I'd say mosquito, right? Like,
What's worse?
yeah, what's worse?
Well, the only thing I can say is mosquito because I have no idea.
He doesn't know what a chigger is.
No.
The quality of your producers is going downhill.
I started getting producers from north of the Mason-Dixon line. Everything went to shit. All right. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Dave, say taco.
Taco.
Say bell.
Bell.
Say Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
No, it's not Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
No, it's Taco Bell.
You guys-
Jesus Christ. Let's do another question.
All right, here
All
we go. Dear Alan and Dave, do you think it's too late? Do you think the It's Too Late 4th annual live event would include a reference to Gilmore Girls? And ominous. And I was
Anonymous.
bribed to take that
Yeah.
question. So
Yeah. All right. I mean, I would do a cheeky reference right now. I've never seen it. Never seen that show. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I've never seen
it didn't even make like a top 100, did it? Yeah.
it. No, I don't think it was on our list at all.
Yeah. There's no places I
I mean,
remember.
there was a lot of good shows that were on
Yeah.
there, but I don't think that was one of them.
Yeah. We forgot Wings, dude. We forgot Wings and Married with Children.
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that whole thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do.
Let's
a
kill
part
this. Let's
2.
just redo
Yeah.
the sitcom tier list. I think it should still be on there. All right, we'll redo it. All right, let's move on.
okay, this one is by Mary Wilmowski.
Okay.
Oh, I like her.
Wait, hold on. Let
Yeah.
me see it.
Yep.
All right. Mary Wilmowski writes, "Dear Alan and Dave,
Uh-oh.
who is your current celebrity crush?"
Oh, come on.
Oh. Ooh. Dave, you got a celebrity crush right now?
Thank you. My current celebrity crush is Mary Willimowski.
That's a bitch answer.
Actually, yeah, I haven't watched any movies or shows or anything recently that caught my eye. So,
Mary,
yeah.
is he lying? Oh. Oh, you like redheads, Dave. That's yeah.
Yeah, we've discussed that.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit. Yeah. Yeah. That chick looks like an alien though, for God's sakes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
They did her up pretty nice in that show, but outside of that, yeah, I didn't know it was the same person.
It's weird that you're agreeing with me how hideous she is, but she is your celebrity crush.
It's some kind of studio magic, yeah.
All right, okay, all right, yeah. Studio magic. We won't know a goddamn thing about that. All right, next one.
Okay. Dear Alan and Dave, which scenario is more frightening? A, trees gain sentience and the ability to speak, or B, the moon can whisper your thoughts to others?
What was that first one?
So we're either going to have treants from Lord of the Rings,
Oh, okay.
or the moon whispers your thoughts to other people.
Who the hell wrote this?
Yeah, we got to...
No name again. These
Yeah.
people are
I
ashamed of
forgot
their
this was over.
questions.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I have to think thoughts. I don't need the moon repeating them back. I guess I'd rather have the treants.
And what are they doing?
They just walk around with walk around with hobbits. It's a whole thing.
They were pretty nice, weren't they?
I mean, not if you chop down trees, they're not.
I don't do that. We should
Okay.
be good, right?
Yeah. You don't use any wood products, do you?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm still gonna go with the ends.
What the hell are these questions?
That was pretty trippy.
Like, this whole thing is based on, like, late night, and most people there are like, what's your favorite color? Here, it's would you rather fight a treant or the moon? All right. How many more do we got?
That's it.
Because
That's all
Dave
of
has to
them.
ruin his life still.
Right.
All right.
None.
That's it?
That's it.
We're out?
We're out.
Good news, Dave!
What's that?
So, we like to do, like, some stupid human tricks type stuff in the show every now and then. And one of the things we like to do, because it's just easy to do here at the desk, is like do a little taste testing. But we've done the hot chip challenge and all that crap. We're not doing that. But who here likes the beverage Mountain Dew?
I enjoy a good Mountain Dew.
Listen to all the liars. It's crazy. I found out that there's 3 states in the country that rolled out this test product, hard Mountain Dew. And wouldn't you know it, the state of Tennessee has hard Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm not a big drinker myself, but Dave,
Yes, Alan.
are you ready to try hard Mountain Dew?
Yeah, man, I was born ready.
All right, what do we got? What's on tap?
Dying to crack this thing.
Okay,
open.
all right.
I've been waiting.
You got a mix pack with a bunch of different
I
flavors.
did, and I got my lunchbox with me right here.
Okay.
So what do we got? I got a watermelon. Sounds terrible.
Okay, watermelon.
Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
Select
You can
that,
get a
yeah.
Baja Blast at Taco
Taco
At
Bell.
Taco Bell, yeah.
No.
I think it's exclusively at Taco Bell. And then, what is this one here? Oh, this is just traditional Dew.
Okay.
And then we got, oh, of course.
Wait, Dave, hold on a second. Could y'all shut up? Everyone's arguing about Taco Bell, and it's just Taco Bell. It's 2 words. There's a space on the sign. It's Taco Bell. It's not
Bell.
Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell.
I don't see what this is all about. It's Taco Bell.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying
don't
that,
get it.
we're saying the same
Okay.
thing.
All right. Then what was the last one?
Now, this says black cherry, but it's got to be Code Red, right? That's got to be Code Red.
I don't know, man.
All right. So
All right.
I'm not going to drink all 4 of these.
Yeah, you are. You don't
I'm
have to
gonna
drink the
try.
whole thing.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, just have a sip. Let us know.
It'll be interesting
You're gonna
to have a
cleanse
sip.
your palate with the hot sauce. Don't worry about it.
All right.
All right.
I don't want to start.
What are you starting with?
I'll start with the watermelon.
All right,
I'm gonna pull that
watermelon.
first. Yeah.
All right.
I don't get my suit ruined.
Yeah, Dave.
Should I spit out my gum? No, I'm kidding. I kid.
All right.
No, that's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, the watermelon, it tastes watermelony
Okay.
with a hint of dew
Okay.
and does not taste like alcohol at all.
Oh, that's
dangerous.
bad for you
Dangerous.
then.
Yeah, these are
Oh,
dangerous.
okay. Oh, so you're gonna have some more. All right.
Yeah, I stand by all that.
Okay. All right. We'll set that aside. What's up? What's up next?
Traditional, yeah. The
All
regular.
right. So this is just hard Mountain Dew.
So it should be
Yeah.
citrus.
Yeah.
Like a, what was that, lemon drop?
Y'all haven't had Sun Drop yet?
Sun drop, yeah.
We're getting you Sun Drop
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we're fine.
We're getting it tomorrow. That's fine.
Like flat Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Which might be because it was sitting out here.
Oh,
it's a little
that's a
warm,
shame.
but it doesn't have the bite of Mountain Dew, but it tastes like Mountain Dew. Also, not like alcohol.
Oh. All right. Okay, fair enough. I saw some hesitation there between Baja Blast and Black.
I couldn't remember. Okay, the cherry was
All right.
less. I don't think I'm going in the proper order. That's fine. Okay, Baja Blast.
Okay.
Which I can't remember the last time I was at Taco Bell, and I don't know if I ordered it there.
Sherry, you still up to be a producer? All right.
Well,
That's my least favorite.
Oh, Baja Blast is
Yeah.
your least favorite.
I hate to say it, but yeah.
Ooh.
It's not.
The audience who's never had the drink is going, ooh.
Yeah, it's not. It all has like the Mountain Dew flavor, but not the crisp bite.
Okay. Try it again. Yep. All right.
Next scene's gonna be awesome.
Okay, black cherry. Here we go.
Yeah, Code Red.
It's Code Red.
Yeah, just a little flatter.
A little flatter Code
But
Red.
none of them taste like alcohol, so
Oh.
these will ruin a party.
All right, what
I
was your
think.
favorite?
It might have been the watermelon.
It might have been the
let me check.
watermelon. Okay, yeah, let's check. Yeah.
All flat, no Mountain Dew. But it has alcohol.
No, it's not the watermelon. Hold on, let me see.
Okay.
Let me try Red again.
I feel like you're really just taking advantage of this now. Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink them all.
Fans really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's probably the Code Red.
Code Red. Okay,
Code
we'll
Red.
take the Code Red in hand because you're going to need a drink probably, my friend.
Oh,
Our friend Danny from the Tennessee Hot Sauce Company made a limited edition It's Too Hot with Alan Mosley hot sauce. Then I think most people that bought any just like had him sign it and it's just a souvenir. They didn't even open
Yeah.
it. We said, well, we can't have that. Nobody even knows what it tastes like yet until Dave knows what it tastes like. All right. Yeah, have a burp. All right. Dave,
yeah. Yes, Alan.
are scorpion peppers hot? Does anybody know? Are scorpion peppers hot? Are those ever? Yeah, it's something you don't ingest voluntarily. Yeah, Dave, those have scorpion peppers in them. So,
I heard him saying that.
all right, well, let's give it a shot.
You joining me?
I'll have a dab. You go first.
All right.
All right.
See if I survive. You know.
Yeah.
Man, because he had his whole lineup here, and there, a lot of really good flavors, and then
Yes.
he had that one that was like I ate it first, so I couldn't taste the heat on the rest of them because that was spicy. So no,
Yeah. All right.
I'm a little worried.
I'm not worried at all.
I don't even remember like okaying this, but I don't
Yeah.
remember a lot of things. So that's
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trust me, though. I look out for you. All right.
fine. Do you though? Yeah.
I mean, I thought you were just going to bottoms up, buddy. It's-
No,
All right.
no. I'm.
All right.
We gotta finish the show. All right.
All right.
So I gotta overdo it. So it's a decent amount.
All right.
Bottoms up.
All right.
What was the flavor of this?
It's just too hot. That's what it says.
There's seeds in it.
Oh. That's how. Yeah, that's how you know.
It has a good flavor. It's like,
I'm glad Danny gave you a seed, though. That's cool.
yeah, but yeah, it's crunchy.
How are we doing? How's it mixing with the watermelon and the black cherry? And
You
the
know what? I
yeah.
think with the whole one chip challenge, I think that might have been like the mistake I made. I probably drank like a Four Loko,
Yeah.
and then ate the chip.
Yeah.
So I might be sweating on the bathroom floor in 10 minutes. We'll find out what happens.
Okay.
It's not terrible. It's hot. Like it's warm in my whole mouth, but it's not violent.
Yeah. Do you feel it?
Oh, I feel
Do
it.
you feel it inside you?
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a really good sauce.
Okay.
It's got a real lingering heat that's still
Oh.
hanging out, and yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, we got some after heat.
yeah, I
there,
think it's
huh?
gonna hang out for a while.
Ooh. Well, you're lucky that this is the end for you, and we're doing the guest segment next.
Oh,
and
I love that part.
yeah, you can take a moment to reflect on how the show's gone and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want me to bring it?
I
to
mean,
you?
yeah, bring that to me and bring me a bottle of water, Dave.
All right.
While I'm making a list.
All right.
Thanks, Dave. I actually didn't think he was going to do it. I didn't realize he was going to. All right. Your next Maharrey. No, I mean, not you don't have not for the hot sauce, but you know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to ruin the show for you. I think it'll be all right.
All right.
I won't. I'll
Yeah, just bring the bottle over here and the water.
All right.
I was actually just thirsty. That's fine.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? You absolute mad lad.
Guys, we're going to be back with Mike Maharrey of the Gentleman Center right after this commercial break. Stick around. Our guest this evening is the National Communications Director. Are we still going with that? I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing.
he's Bolden's guy.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
Bolden's guy, content manager for Shift Gold.
True.
More important now than ever.
Yep.
Yep. He still plays goalie. Still a hockey goalie
I
at
am.
73 years old, ladies
Wow.
and gentlemen. Wow. Yeah. I tell you what, you know
Ouch.
what? He's also my best man at my wedding. How about that? This guy agreed to show up at my wedding. Ladies and gentlemen.
After doing 4 of these now.
Yeah. Bless your heart. My good friend Mike Maharrey, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a good crowd you got here.
It is a good crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I thought we would do is after a retarded first half of the show is now we would do this really deep interview. Are you good with that?
I'm sitting here.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Do I
well,
have any choice?
the microphone's blocking your escape, so
Right.
now you have to answer the questions. All right.
Right.
This is one we kind of just mulled over the other day with some of our audience, and I thought this would be a good one for you, because you and I agree on almost everything, but we come from different directions sometimes to arrive at those destinations.
True.
Do you think it is right, and however you choose to define the term right, to wish ill on others, even if they're your political enemies?
Define wish ill. Like death?
Oh,
Destruction?
well, see, that's a good thing though. This is part of the conversation because you know me. I'm the one that says, look, if you're gonna go shoot up someplace, don't do an elementary school. Go shoot up a Fed building, like, because some people need to get got. That's kind of always been my political position. Some
Right,
people
right,
need to
right.
get got. And that's usually as far as I can go without. I mean, we're canceled. Come on, it doesn't matter. But I've always been a little bit more that direction, and I think, and you've always been the one to say, Alan, let's not go to an early grave. So I thought you might have a little bit different answer than me.
Yeah, so when you start talking about things like this, there's the conversation that happens in my head, and there's the conversation that should happen in my head. And those are very often two very different conversations. The conversations in my head probably sound a lot like Alan Mosley sometimes, where there's some ill being wished.
We can have the moon whisper that to people.
That's horrifying to
Okay,
me. I'm
all right.
just going to say.
All right.
And the trees can talk all they want. I don't want the moon. No,
Okay,
I don't
all
want
right.
that. So, as a Christian, I think it is my obligation to try to treat people as I would want them to treat me. And I don't want other people to wish ill upon me. So I think in the big scheme of things that as awful as these horrible politicians are, that we shouldn't wish ill upon them. That being said, I'm not going to say I haven't wished ill upon them.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is I'm a hypocrite.
Well, but that's okay. I mean, you can have differences of opinion based on the situation at hand, right?
Right.
So, I mean, there's people in our community that are arguing literally right now as we speak on what the morality is of taking power, seizing power,
Right.
how you use such things, how you use it against other people, because you're not grabbing it to put it in a lockbox like Al Gore, right? You're grabbing it to use it. You're smiting your opponents. That's why everyone wants to have the ring, right? You
Right.
want to smite your opponents, but. Well, that's a slippery slope, isn't it?
It is a slippery
and, I mean, do any of us know right now that we have somebody that if you got the only vote and whoever you voted for, they got elected, are you that sure whoever that guy is isn't going to turn around and use it on you? Are you?
Oh, I'm not at all.
Yeah.
So I'm very wary of power. And I'm very wary of the concept that, or very cognizant of the idea that oftentimes you can become what you hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a theme in literature, right? Mm-hmm. So if I start trying to use the tactics, the nastiness, and the evil that these politicians are perpetrating on me, I could well become what they hate. And I think when you look at it systemically, if you use the system in the same way that's being used against you, ultimately you're just going to become part of that same system. So there has to be a change of a mindset. You know, we talk about as libertarians non-aggression. We need to have that mindset within the society before that is going to work. And so we have to demonstrate that we can't be non-aggression if we're going to aggress.
You know what I hate?
What do you hate?
Hypocrites.
Well, thank you guys. And
All right. No, okay. Here's a good one for you. If anything, sometimes this is a question sometimes you'll ask maybe online in different groups. And the question being, what was the last major issue you changed your mind on and why? And a lot of times people will always give the cop-out answer of, you know, the last time I changed my mind was all the way back before I discovered any of these principles that we have. But they're principles, and they're logically sound, and that's what draws a lot of people to them. But a lot of issues, not Ross Ulbricht, by the way, but a lot of issues do have complexity and nuance. And I've changed my mind on things in the last few years, 5 years, 10 years, but after I had already sort of come around to this school of thought. Do you have a major issue that in recent years you've genuinely changed your mind on?
well, the first thing that comes to mind, the last thing that fell away from me was war. And that's not really recent, but I was very much into this liberty mindset and still thinking that it's great that the United States is bombing brown people in Iraq. So, and there was definitely a disconnect with that, you know, and I finally came around to that. I'm trying to think if there's anything more recently. I think I've become very much more open borders than closed borders, probably in the last 3 or 4 years. And the main reason for that is recognizing that in order to have closed borders, you have to have a security state. And we've seen through the drug war what you get when you get a security state. Yeah. It's never just for the thing that they say they're going to use it for. And so I think that's probably the most recent thing that I can think of that's a big issue. I used to be pretty, got to build that wall, got to keep them out. Now, I am still for building a wall around Florida because we get way too many people in there.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Now this is something you and I were discussing really, really recently. I guess when you first got back into town, talking about how some of the people who they have a standard deviation of this is something that I'm for that maybe you're not for. So we all of a sudden are diametrically opposed, but we think we're in the same school of thought. And borders that's a hot one. Mm-hmm. Open borders, closed border, that's a hot one. And I'll admit I'm an open borders person, but I find the literature from Brian Camplin to be very convincing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I actually think this might be one point that he might have touched on, but I don't think it was one of the central points. I think you make a great point, which is, okay, so let's be closed borders. Well, who's going to be in charge? The Border Patrol. but they're shitty at everything they do. The government is shitty at everything it does. So even if this is a thing you would want it to do, but you also know they don't do anything well, so it's just a non-starter. We can apply that to a lot of things.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting how many things I've seen in the last year to 2 years where there's surveillance state issues that are being run by ICE. There's a lot of surveillance stuff that's coming through using driver's license databases and all of these things that we talk about in surveillance. And lo and behold, ICE is doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, you know...
That's okay, because we got to keep them people out.
Yeah, well, Mike, I want you to say the phrase because you're so much better at it than me. But you have one of the best phrases. I'll give you the tip. It's about your lily white neighbors and how they've been voting. That's my favorite phrase you've ever said. Talking about wanting to keep people out because they're going to vote commie, but your lily white neighbors.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. My lily white neighbors are voting commie, so I'm not sure that having the guy from Mexico here is probably not going to vote anyway. Is really going to be a big problem. Yeah,
but I love that, and that's one of the things that Kaplan talks about is that people who are closed borders say we can't let more people in because they're going to come in and change the culture, and they're all going to vote left wing. They're all going to vote socialist. Have you talked to your neighbors lately?
Right.
They're all a bunch of left-wing socialists. All of them. So, I mean, we're evensies, right? I'm not saying that's good. I'm saying we're evensies at that point.
Right.
You know, there was all this school shooting stuff recently. And that's terrible.
Yes.
But one thing that I think most everyone agreed on, no matter what you feel like the solution is to dealing with school shootings, most people thought that the PD down there didn't do a very good job.
Yeah, that was not a good showing.
So if your idea to fix shootings is to make sure those guys are the only ones in charge of fixing the problem, how can that possibly be your answer?
Let's make sure that they're the only ones with guns.
Yes.
Because they'll protect us.
Yes, and Spanish ladies who hop fences.
Yes.
Those are the only people who can fix it and save your kids.
Right.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. You've written a lot.
I have written a lot.
Now, like, we talk about Walter Block and all of his published articles. Do you do that? Do you keep up with how many things you've had published over the years? And
every once in a while, I'll go through the 10th Amendment Center website and see what the article count is.
And you've done a lot of speaking engagements, too. So it's kind of like a double whammy. You've spoken a lot, you've written a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the things you've written about and spoken about over the years, if you could pick one right now, one topic, one thing you wrote, or just another talk to give, if you could pick one topic with the guarantee that every single man, woman, and child in the United States would see or hear it tonight, what's the one you would pick?
Ooh, that's a good one. Wow.
Because God knows they're not going to read another one.
Right?
So what's the one?
Right. Gosh.
Stumped you. Take that. It only took 4
hard.
years.
It's hard because I've written about. I mean, there's so many
Yeah.
things that I've written about.
Sure.
The first thing. I mean, if I just go with the first thing that popped into my head, it would probably be to try to explain what the Fed is actually doing to our money, because I think that the Fed is really the root of all of the other things. If you didn't have the Federal Reserve monetizing the debt, then the federal government wouldn't be able to spend trillions of dollars doing all of the horrible things that they do. So that was my first thought. But then it's like, you know, I could get preaching and do the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, that's something
That's another thing you should do and not me.
Not
yeah.
you, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's I'd probably go, if we're going to stick in the political realm, I'd probably go with the Fed, because I think most people don't understand it, but I think it will resonate with a lot of people, because as I was discussing with a couple of people here today, I think most people do intuitively realize that there's something really effed up about the money right now. So I just think that's a really important issue that people need to wrap their heads around. Or I could just talk about my Constitution.
Yeah. Jeez. You know, but I'll fully admit, since you opened up that can of worms, I have softened over the days about going after people about my Constitution, because you and Bolden have convinced me about that. Yeah, but us 17 people, we already are on the same page. We got to talk to more people, and those people are about the Constitution.
Yeah.
So you got to talk in their language.
That's true.
Yeah, I like that.
I say that the 10th Amendment is a gateway drug to liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And nullification is very subversive in its own way. When you start talking about defying the feds, even though you're couching it in, well, there's legitimately, because we have the anti-commandeering, you're still basically telling people to say F off to the government. So I think that's a good message to put out there. Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure. I think if I was going to pick one, because I'm going to answer for me.
For the things that I've written that you can talk about?
No, just picking one topic that everyone has to digest right now.
Right.
Given the political climate, I think we should all have a good conversation about national divorce.
I like that too. Yeah.
And there's going to be people that do things the way we would not like them. But
Right.
that's a part of the 10th Amendment too, because we're not going to talk here in Tennessee. We're not going to worry so much about what they do in Oregon, are we? Because we got our own problems.
Absolutely.
I've always felt like maybe with the polarization that we currently exist in, maybe that's the next avenue to springboard TAC and talking about the 10th Amendment is that, man, those guys over there trying to enforce their will on you, hey, buddy, I got a secret. But that works right or left wing.
Right.
If the right wing's in and all the lefties are harump, say, hey, I got a solution for you.
Mm-hmm.
When the lefties get in and the rights are all upset, hey, I got a solution for you. It works for everybody.
And I think there's a lot more palatable. That's a much more palatable message than it was 5 years ago.
Yes.
Or 10 years ago, especially. I mean, I can remember when I first started with the 10th Amendment Center, we intentionally stayed away from the S word because we were getting called racist enough because we were talking about nullification. So, secession, that's next level racism. But I think today there is so much, we've become so polarized. I think there is a lot more, maybe we could be different and leave each other alone. But then for some reason but we've got to make them do this. It's annoying.
Let's say we wake up tomorrow.
We wake up tomorrow.
That's an if at this point.
Right? No, I'll wake up. The question is, am I going to sleep tonight?
Yeah, that's right. If we wake up tomorrow and a free society beyond our wildest dreams exists, what's next for Mike Maharrey?
I'm going to the beach. I do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No other plans? Just retire?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
all of the skills I have go into fighting the state. So if the state's suddenly gone, I'm useless to society. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to just play my saxophone and.
Yeah. See, the only other person I've asked that question is Scott Horton, but it wasn't just for it was for war, because it's Scott.
Right.
And I'd asked Scott, if there's no more war ever, what do you do next? And he just said I'd find something else. He's not taking a single day off, but this guy, I'm going to the beach.
I'm old. I am old enough to live in the retirement communities now, so I can start thinking about retirement.
Those are nice, Dave. We could do that. We could do a podcast from the retirement community.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's it. We should do the next "It's Too Late" by my pool.
okay.
The next live show.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell Cynthia we're doing that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's about time we be getting on, I think. Where can people go to support you in the 10th Amendment Center?
You can go to 10thamendmentcenter.com. It's all spelled out.
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage you to go there even if you don't want to support what we're doing, because you can at least see what we're doing. And there's a really cool thing there. If you go on the main page on the things to read, you can download a free, it's about a 50-page PDF called The State of the Nullification Movement, that if you don't know what we're talking about when we say nullification or how you can apply this to actual issues, it goes through issue by issue. It goes through the philosophy, and it's a great free download that you can use to introduce yourself to all of this stuff. And if you are interested in supporting what we're doing, you can do it for as little as $2 a month. And we really appreciate all the supporters that we have out there, because I think, what we're doing it's practical work. And I was telling somebody earlier tonight, a lot of us, I think, would prefer that we have no state whatsoever, right? right? We just get rid of the whole thing. But we live in a world with a state. And so how do we confront that in the here and now? And how can we create space for liberty? And if I'm going to have to deal with this state, I would at least prefer that it's not locking people in a cage for a plant, that it's not spying on me, that it's not sending our youngsters off to war. And we can do things within the system as it exists to create more space for liberty, teach people subversively this idea of saying no, and hopefully build for more liberty in the future. So it's a way to practically confront the state on a day-to-day basis, and that's what we do over at the TAC. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Plus, you get paid. If people donate, you get paid.
Yeah, that's right.
And if they don't,
that's
then,
a plus. And then I'm volunteering again. And,
Mike, we're gonna get you out of here on this one.
all right.
You know, it's always time.
It's like, oh God, here we go. I'm going to the beach. That's right. I
Is-
am tomorrow.
Is coffee a fruit juice?
That's my question.
Okay, you answer it.
No, don't egg him on.
No, sorry. Is coffee a fruit juice?
Mm-hmm.
So to answer that question, you have to look at the basic ingredient of coffee, which would be the coffee bean.
Correct.
So is the bean a fruit?
Mm-hmm. What is the bean?
I don't know. I don't drink coffee, so this isn't really...
So,
I'm going to
So-
say it is.
so
It's a fucking fruit juice. That's what I'm being told. I'm going with that.
Dave, you got the button?
No, I don't.
Take your time.
Okay.
We're waiting for the ding. Yeah. There you go. All right. So a coffee seed of a coffee plant, which grows fruits. Coffee is a fruit juice.
All right. Well, there. See, I'm right.
There you go. Dave, I think we better wrap this the fuck up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Yeah. I wish we had your thing so the other Dave would walk and say, we better shut it down. Yeah.
I think you should just shut it down.
We're going to be back to wrap up the show right after this last commercial break. Don't go away. You can if you want to. You can stay there if you want to. We're just kind of...
If you're enjoying tonight's show, consider supporting the program by becoming a member of our Patreon. That's over at patreon.com/Alan Mosley.
Like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Alan Mosley TV. You can follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Alan Mosley TV. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Alan Mosley TV. Anytime, Dave. Just hit the button. There you go. We're also on Odyssey. Go and support a free speech platform. It's odyssey.com. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley or at Alan Mosley TV. For more of a listener than a watcher, get us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice thanks to Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Alan Mosley TV. Dave, do you have a final thought?
Oh, do I ever? No, I this is amazing. It was really fun to do this live. All the behind-the-scenes stuff that everybody got to watch. I want to thank everybody for hanging out this late, because it is way too late.
Yeah.
I hope we get to do this again next year and see if anybody actually shows up, because that'll be fun.
I think not. I think we're
it?
this is it. We're just done after this. I mean, we're just done. I don't think we're going to do an episode next week. I think we're just I do want to say a few quick thank yous before the slow jazz wears out, because we got to roll the credits. A few people that couldn't be here with us tonight. Some are very far away. Some are even in heaven. We're going to start with the one that's in heaven. So we talked about him last week. Our friend Glenn, who could not be here, but I know he would have absolutely loved it if he was here. I'm telling you, if you had hit Nobody Gives a Shit when I said his eulogy, Glenn would have thought that was the funniest thing that ever happened. Our friend, the pun master, Andrew Avery, wasn't here, and I forgot to read his puns. You want me to do that? Should I read Andrew Avery's puns really quick? All right, let me read Andrew Avery's puns really quick. We've saved some hot sauce for you, Andrew. And look, I'm still alive, so I'm sure it's fine. while I'm looking these up, also our friend Carl Huber. Carl was instrumental in making this shit happen. Absolutely instrumental. All the way on the West Coast. He couldn't be here with us, but he was absolutely fantastic. All right. This is from Andrew. Number 1. If you stepped on one of your Pat Crest botanical gummies, would you be wearing high heels? Let's see. Because even I'm skipping a couple of these. If you have too much banana pudding, will you do extra time on the Peloton? He also said, should Chinese kids check out euthanasia.com? But we didn't do a euthanasia.com tonight.
Yeah.
We didn't even just go ahead and play. Hit a euthanasia. So yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's right. All right, last one. Were World War I soldiers who survived mustard gas and pepper spray seasoned veterans?
Oh man.
Well, Andrew, the people have spoken. I hate to say. But we love you all the same. Dave, we'll probably just shut it down, I think.
Yeah,
I think we're done. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of It's Too Late, and we will see you next week.
Are we doing an after party?
Do what?
After party?
Oh, God. No.
We'll go. As far as I go.
If Aaron were here as our mod, he'd be posting those Patreon and PayPal links.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
pay for that shit. Yeah, I'm sorry, Adam. You wouldn't still be here. It's a shame. Yeah. Hey, the music made it to the end of the credits.
Perfect, man.
Nice.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. Where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
That came out nice.
Hi, everyone. Here we are.
Sure that's muted.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty nice. What'd you
great.
think?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures, so they had to jam through pretty quick, and that wasn't even half of them.
Oh,
I don't.
Hey.
DNC didn't work for me yet.
Well, it's running. Maybe you're just,
everybody make plans to come next year. It is absolutely amazing. It's such a wonderful
Yeah, let
time.
Mary talk. There you go.
I'm sorry. It is so. I miss everybody. Yeah.
So you're
Oh,
gonna have to
Shillelagh
handle it for a
said we
second.
should have gone. Come next year, please. It's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's not connecting.
All right, so here, now that you've been, you can testify for the audience. True or false? Ponchos was worth the hype.
Oh yeah. Dude,
Nice.
I was so preoccupied with my children that I didn't even have time to look at the menu. I just pointed at a picture and it was delicious. It was so much fun. The white cheese is delicious. Salsa great. My food was fantastic. And the whole just being at that big ass long table with everybody was just and seeing everyone, like so much fun. Yeah, totally worth it.
Celeste says, Alan, you really did something special. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank
Well,
you, Alan.
thank you for saying so.
Even
D- and-
David,
oh.
my teenager, had fun.
Followed immediately by Derek, who says, maybe it's like Lost and we've been dead the whole time.
Maybe.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yes. Try to make it. Everybody try to make it. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian, good soup, is resubscribed for 5 months with just lol. Lol. Yeah.
So great meeting you, Brian.
Yeah, good dude right there.
Yep.
I wanted to take some time to I had started writing a big long thing as a thank you to everyone, but with very specific thank yous, because while everyone being there played a valuable role in making it possible, there were definitely some people who stepped up to the plate like 0 hour to make it better, easier on everyone. And I started writing this thing, and I ended up deleting it and restarting and deleting it like 4 or 5 times. And part of it was because I was like, I'm going to have to do this on Substack and share the link or something because it's getting long. And 2 is like, I can't remember all the things. I can't remember all the stories, all the anecdotes, all the conversations, everything. So I've like mentally, I've thought this through and thought about how can I remember all the things there are to remember. And I think chronologically might be the best way to do it. Because for us, the whole event weekend basically started Thursday evening and went all the way through to, for me, Monday morning at like 3 a.m. Yeah. So Thursday night, my friends, Dave and Mary, arrived in Tennessee, and thankfully, because Dave, I was seriously worried about you. And I had told you the weather's going to be not bad by our standards for this time of year. and you had said it was tolerable. And I thought tolerable is like our best review so far of the live show. This was tolerable, dash Dave.
No, it was nice. There wasn't a whole lot of manual labor we had to do to set up, other than just a hour of just putting stuff in place and then a bunch of technical stuff. And that was when it was already cool. So when it was actually hot out, it was just kind of chilling and hanging out wherever we wanted. So it was
Well,
a
when
really
we got
nice
out
time.
of the car, if I can just say, on that Thursday night when we got there, we got out of the vehicle.
Oh yeah,
And
we were ready to not leave the B&B. Yeah.
Met with this wall of humidity like I have never seen. It threw me back in the car. I was like, we're gonna have to do the show from inside our house. It was, but then the rest of the time was so nice. It was so nice, but that day was humid.
Yeah. So Annika and
But
I,
I'm grateful it wasn't.
Annika and I drove up there to see you guys at the Airbnb. And then Jane made a new friend close to her size. So that's very nice. And
Sorry, I'm trying to swallow my water.
yeah. And it was nice. That was like for me, that was the calm before the storm, that I got to visit with you guys before everything just went, off the rails for the entire rest of the weekend. But I was actually going to just lead off with you guys, but now you're here. So I feel like it's not I feel way more awkward saying something nice about you guys now that you guys are like proverbially in the room. I was going to say this with you guys not here. So maybe just turn off your audio or something. I don't know.
I'll plug my ears.
Okay. Now I'm just kidding. Really quick, Carl says, did Derek juggle on a unicycle? Yes. That was not a joke. That was a real thing that happened. So you guys know that Dave and Mary have like 27 kids and another 13 or 14 fosters. So it's a big deal for them to rent a bus, come down anywhere really. Like they rent a bus when they go to just Long John Silver's. It's just,
Pay for a floor of a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had a couple of people tell me that, maybe next year we should, depending on where we're at and what we're doing, we should find a local hotel that's not just dirt cheap, but, reasonable accommodations, and see if they can block out some rooms for us,
And you get discounts for the blocks, I think.
Well, because I didn't really think anything about that, because I was like, we're nobodies, like, it's not like we're going to have 1,000 people there or anything. But I think after seeing everyone that was there, it's like, for something like a Quality Inn, we probably could have blocked out some rooms or something. And
that's very true.
So that's something
safer for everybody.
And I don't know how far in advance you have to do that, right? See, this is I'm not going to preach about this because it'll just make me angry again. It'll just rip off the Band-Aid. But literally half of the total attendance waited to the last 20 days to buy tickets. How could we possibly work out something with a hotel 6 months in advance when people are going to buy their tickets in the last 2 weeks? We can't do it. We physically can't do it. So, but we might consider that next year. But the Willimowskis brought down the whole clan with a K, and we hung out that Thursday, hung out that Friday night, all day there Saturday. I know the kids had to just be worn out Saturday. Like, I'm sure they went to bed that night. I'm willing to bet.
Everybody slept really good.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I was like, please go pee and then go into your bed.
Yeah. DNC says it's your fault. That's just
and
a side note.
They slept. Boy, I don't even know what time Sunday. I mean, I set an alarm because I wanted to make sure we made it to Waffle House. Everybody was like sleeping in,
Yeah, I started ambitious like the first day at the hotel. I'm like, we're getting the breakfast. It's that continental breakfast. We're gonna go get that.
Not
like
even
I'm the first one up.
Hot breakfast.
Hot breakfast. Yeah. We're going down there and get some sausage and stuff.
Yeah.
And then every day I started like. I'm
By
just gonna
Sunday,
sleep
we
in
were
a little-
like,
yeah.
oh, 10 is a good time to wake up.
Yeah.
They had a great time, though, and that's huge for
Yeah.
my kids
They
to
did.
say that
And
they
were
had
there,
so much
what
fun.
were we there? 13 hours? you said?
13 hours we were there.
At
that
the
place,
event.
At the event, yeah, because we showed up super early.
Early.
Yeah. And it was so great. It was so.
I'm
it
actually
was just
drinking
so
these right
great.
now.
Oh, he's drinking the.
Oh,
milk.
wow.
Yeah, I gotta
Sweet.
get rid of these. So I'm drinking those, and I'm actually
just-
drinking it with Robert Varell's moonshine that he gave me, but I brought it down in a measuring cup because I'm not allowed to have the whole jar down here. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
okay,
just
great.
bad
Not
news.
allowed.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
I
just
gotta-
that's water. I think it's probably fine.
Half cup is
Blue
a booster.
water is not safe. That is not blue water. That is.
Okay, all right.
But guys, it's worth it
Yeah.
to be around other people.
And then
who are-
Adam rolling in with his car on fire. That was pretty cool. I remember sitting there and I'm like, who the hell is that flying down the driveway? he just wanted to get to a parking spot before his car died.
Wow.
Literally doing 100 miles an hour to the event.
Yeah.
Make it on
MC, I
time.
hope you come next time. MC is here in town with us, and I hope you guys make the trip. Well worth it, honest to goodness.
Crystals.
We
Oh,
did
is that
not
just a
go to
burger place?
Crystals.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
No. We did a lot of new stuff.
We did
but
a
that
lot of
wasn't-
new things.
What is
but
that what last one we went to? That
Highway 55.
Highway 55 burgers or something? You ever
It
hear
was
that?
good.
I don't know.
That was pretty.
That does,
That was pretty neat. It was like a 50s themed little diner thing. But
cute.
really good burgers.
if you guys will message me the address on Messenger or something, I'll send you the sun drop.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the kids will
I
be
have
like,
I have to look into that because I don't want you to get like flat sun drop. You got to have the
Oh,
the
okay.
real turpentine experience.
oh no.
But I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's
It could
just
be
a
neat.
soft drink. It's not like
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Not like this
people,
moonshine Dave's
Oh.
drinking.
yeah. I'm
Well,
pretty
well,
sure you die faster from drinking sun drop.
Sherry saw a picture of my moonshine and she says, "We got to get you some real moonshine next time." And I'm like, "This is like 128 proof or whatever." I'm like, what more do I need? This is gonna hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
Like this
Yeah.
is
We didn't
painful.
forget about crystals. It wasn't on our list of next time.
I
Yeah,
did yell, "Hey, there's a White Castle. We should stop there."
Yeah, no.
yeah. So anyway, to get back to my random
Yes, to
trail of
Alan.
thoughts here
Oh yeah.
is, so you guys have to understand this. I would die for the Wilmowskis. Like, this was no small effort that they put in to make this happen. And I'm super selfish because I just wake up that day at 9:00 like everyone to me and
Yeah.
come here, my little chicks, and we'll discuss the state. So it's easy for me to say that. Although I've commented that in my defense, this is about as centralized of a location as I think we're going to get
really
for
is.
Florida, Mississippi, New Mexico, Patty,
Texas.
New Mexico,
Yeah.
Texas,
Patty and New Mexico.
Ben White
Wisconsin.
coming up, man. That was amazing. I didn't expect to see Ben White there. That was awesome.
Yes, yeah. Well, he
was
brought the
in
whole
shock.
team. He brought everybody. New York, of course, Pennsylvania. Hopefully next year you guys get to meet Andrew Avery. He drove down last year from Maine.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
From Maine, ladies and gentlemen.
Maine.
So I think after it's all said and done, cheating just a little bit because there were people there that were from a state but just had recently moved to another state. Counting those, we had 22 states represented there on Saturday.
Wow.
Is that not wild?
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to even like visually fathom. And then come Friday,
Me too,
my
Ryan.
good friend, I introduced him in the show. He's actually the best man at my wedding. Mike Maharrey came up from Florida. Let me tell you something really quick about Mike. Mike was trying to get flights in and out, had to rent a car, all that stuff. And not only is that an expense that God knows, I broke even on the event, by the way, because when you factor in that I lost a paycheck for one of my weeks last week, I broke even on the event. All that was to break even. So I sure as hell can't afford to be paying our guests and stuff and their air travel and everything else. I mean, we need another 100 people buying tickets and donating for that to happen. But anyway, Mike was trying to get a flight out as well, and the only way he could get a cheap flight that wasn't going to be like an extra $600 to leave that evening or Monday morning was to take his flight at 5:05 a.m. Sunday morning. He was with us at like 2 a.m. and then had to drive to Nashville to pack a suitcase and go to the airport. That's what Mike Maharrey did for us.
That's a good dude.
Yeah, that's a good
so
dude.
Much taller than I thought. He is a wonderful human. If I can just say that, like, I've seen him talk. We interviewed him because you had said, "Hey, you should make Maharrey on." I'm like, "Okay, great, cool, yeah." We talked. It was a great time. I've seen him on your show, but to meet him in person, he is so, I don't know. I mean, like, it was awesome to see him talking to our kids. You know, like Chris was like talking about his hair, and Mike's like, "Do you want my hair?" And Chris is like, "You don't have any hair," you know, because you know Chris. And then and
leave
Mike's
me
like,
alone, old man.
Long hair, yeah. But he's just like Chris is very honest, you know. And Mike's like, "I used to have really long hair," and he was just talking to him, and it was like, so I just loved I loved the experiences I had, but I also loved watching the experiences my children had, you know, like that made it extra for me, like. So sorry.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to a lot of people, but I also avoided talking to people as I usually do. So
you were like,
I kind of blame it on myself. I'm like, ooh, this
Plain
is a nice little, right out in the open. Like nobody's over here. I'll sit here and just hang out, watch.
Yeah, Adam says some of y'all used camera tricks, such as hiding how tall you are, Dave. Well, Dave was having a crisis of conscience because Seth B was 18 feet taller than Dave.
Man, he's a freak.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, he's not.
What a weirdo.
Dave's allowed to say what a weirdo, because Dave does not have to ever look up to anyone except like two people, I think, in his whole life. He's had to look up, you know, in his adult life, and Seth B is one of them. Yeah.
I should be saying
he's not around anymore.
I should be saying as we're going through this, so of the people we've even talked about so far, like Pennsylvania, and Maharrey was Florida, Seth B, Louisiana.
Yep.
And of course, you know me. As soon as Seth B showed up, I had to say, "Seth B, what are you doing there, coon ass?" Just so again, I could prove to everyone.
I didn't hear a coon ass. You were talking to somebody else about him.
Yeah, that it's like I didn't just make that up. That's not me. That's a thing. All right. So anyway, and then so Maharrey rolls in at like 1:00 in the afternoon, and we go to pick up some drinks from the store. So we're not going to have enough drinks. Let's go get drinks from the store. And we were just going to get bottled water. And Kroger did not have a package of bottled water in the whole damn store.
That's weird.
And we were like, well, I guess we're just going to get jugs and pour it because we're going to get something, you know, like, but just, you know, hashtag supply chain. And so we just fill up the trunk with jugs of water, and we head out and we get ready to go meet everybody over at Poncho's at like 6:45, 7:00. And let me tell you, the most people we've ever had at Poncho's was, because every year's grown. Last year we had like 11 people at Poncho's. This year we had 24. we stretched the entire length of the restaurant with our table. This is not an exaggeration. That actually happened.
I had to keep moving my arm to allow the waiters to go through. Because I was on the other end.
Ryan keeps on saying coon ass, and I have to hit the allow button for it to go, but I'm not going to hit it because we're trying to keep Ryan platformed. Ryan, quit it. We've been over this. Don't repeat the things you hear me say. That gets you in trouble. So anyway, so we go over to Poncho's to hang out with everybody. And Michael Clark and Sherry and their daughter Evie is already waiting for us in the parking lot. And Patty got there right after that. Patty, who drove in from New Mexico, then proceeds to tell all of us in the lobby of Poncho's that she actually drove another 3.5 hours further east to go to Knoxville so she could see Paul McCartney the night before, to then come back to see It's Too Late with Alan Mosley.
Oh,
That seems right.
Patty's awesome.
Well, I mean, because we're the main act, so he opened for us, Dave. Paul McCartney opened for us.
That's going on my resume.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, most like nobody performers would say, I once opened for so-and-so. No. Paul McCartney once opened for me.
So, Mr. Wojnowski, what about this one time when Paul McCartney opened for your show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we get seated at Poncho's, and then this army of people show up. And I had met Lyle before, but that's the first time I see Ryan. Tim Weissong shows up. Brian Johnson shows up. That whole crew was on the other end of our buffet table, so I was just like,
yeah, you were stuck in that corner.
And you were stuck
You were stuck in that little booth corner.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Ryan came to sit with me, so Ryan sat in the booth with me.
Locked you in there.
Yeah, and then so we basically were there until very near close. Everybody goes their own separate way, but there's a couple of quick stories I want to tell. One is that I stood outside with Brian, Lyle, and Ryan until the workers were like they closed and they were leaving. But I had told people, not like any specific person per se, but I had just said to the table that what had happened with our water situation, that they were out of bottles, and then we kind of left there and rushed back to the restaurant, and we had picked up some jugs of water, and we'll just kind of, we'll play it by ear tomorrow, see what happens. Let me tell you about the kind of audience we have. So I've said many times, I know we don't have the most people, but I know we have the right people. Yes. I have something like 12 messages on my phone when I wake up in the morning from different people saying, hey, I heard you talking about the drinks, so I went out and got some to bring today. And so now, of course, we filled up the whole fucking studio with water.
I saw that. I'm like,
yes.
You were talking about not having water. There's 12 cases of water.
So what happened is that we had all those different people. We had Brian as an example. So Brian had messaged me and said, hey, I'm already at the venue. I just went out and got a tub and some ice and some drinks to make sure we had enough. But it was also Brian and like a dozen other people also did that. So that drinks ended up not being an issue is ultimately what I'm getting at here. Annika and I went to go pick up all the food and the desserts and all that stuff, which I'm going to see my folks on Friday. And so I'm going to tell Mama Mosley on Friday how many people stopped me during the event to say, tell Mama Mosley that she did a good job.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Is that the banana pudding?
The banana
I finally
pudding
got one.
And the peanut butter blossoms, which took me back
and the cupcakes.
to my childhood. I haven't had any that good since.
And the cupcakes. She did all three of those herself.
Oh, the cupcakes. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I actually only got to have one cookie. So
I had Dave smuggle some out. I messaged him and was like, hey, because I took the kids to the car at like 1 a.m. and we were sitting there and I'm like, get me some peanut butter blossoms. And I ate the last one on the trip home yesterday and I hid them from the children. I did not share. I was like, you have candy from that awesome pinata. Like,
yeah,
awesome. Yeah, and Brian and Lyle
brought a pinata.
Made it a whole family event.
We had told people for weeks that this was going to be a family event, and I feel confident in saying we achieved that. With the exception of a couple things late night. Yeah. But they didn't get it. They don't even know.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well,
of the show,
I mean, come on, they've heard that before, though. Am I right?
They have.
Like, oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
Watched your show.
And mom gets upset sometimes. And it's bedtime. Could you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so Saturday gets there. We're loaded to the gills with stuff. We're dumping everything off up front and then parking our cars in the back. And I had specifically told a small crew of like 8-10 people, hey, if you want to be there like 1 o'clock, 1:30, whatever, to help set up, you're your help is more than welcome. But if 3 o'clock, that's fine. The event starts at 3. Like half the whole attendance was there by 2:30. Everybody showed up. Like, and so it was at that point they're like, well, I guess we should just get out the food and start eating. Like, why even bother waiting at this point? Like, people are already here. And so yeah, so we get out the food and everything. Everybody starts to sit at all the different little tables and chairs and eat and hang out and drink and all that. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. And then late that evening, and we kind of knew going in that it was going to be a challenge because just with the weather and everything, we're not going to go set up our thousands of dollars worth of gear out in the front of the stage until it's nighttime, right? So it took us a minute. I think it's pretty fair to say it took us a minute to get set up to do the show. But we get through it. We do the best we can with what we have. It's not a professional studio. We're using what we can use to make it happen. And we do the show. By the time we're done with the show, it's like 2 a.m. So on that note, let me tell you something really quick about our friends Lyle and Ryan. So I had this desk and this chair needed to go out to the venue. And of course, obviously it needed to come back. And Annika and I had packed our cars with stuff, but I couldn't fit this desk and chair in my little Malibu or her Ford Focus or whatever. And so Lyle Durio drives up from Mississippi on a vacation. And what does he do on vacation? He goes to work.
Yes, he does.
He goes to pick up Ryan, and then he heads back to Chateau Mosley. Say, all right, let's load up. So we load up everything that morning to head out to the venue. They also make a detour to go pick up some ice and stuff because, again, I wasn't aware at this point that we were going to have 300 tons of water and ice. All right, like I didn't know yet. And then after the show was over at like 2 or 3 in the frickin' morning, after we had been there all day, I'm packing up my car and saying my final farewells to everyone. And I get back home at like 3 a.m, and Lyle and Ryan are waiting in my parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
To unload, get everything in the house. Like I had just said, well, let's just set everything here in the living room. They said, well, let's just go ahead and carry everything upstairs. Yeah. And so we did.
It's nice having a sober friend.
Yeah.
And Lyle is a hard worker.
He is, and he's so fucking chill about it.
Yep,
He's
is.
just like,
and you know what,
whatever.
too? We were late getting back to our Airbnb so he could pick up Brian on Friday. And he was like, hey, whatever. You know what? I got to get these new wipers. I might even stop at a Walgreens. I don't know. We'll see. So don't worry. And I'm like, we are still in Nashville. Like, we aren't going to be there for like 40 minutes at least. We have one more stop, too. And he's like I said, Walgreens.
Yeah, and I had texted Lyle because Lyle made the critical error of giving me his number, and so he's getting cat facts now.
Yeah, is he still getting cat facts?
Yeah, pretty much on the hour. It's just
probably send him another one right now.
Yeah, better go ahead and do that. I'll you look up some cat facts. I'll send it to him.
All right.
And so I had texted him and said how grateful I was that they do that. And he said I was glad to do it.
Yep.
So, anyway. Oh, Celeste wants cat facts. Celeste, just message me your number. I'll just start a group text for everybody, and I'll start sending everyone cat facts every hour on the hour. So anyway, Sunday rolls around, and it's Waffle House time.
Yeah, first time for me.
Some cats are ambidextrous, but 40% are either left or right pawed.
What?
I should probably wait till tomorrow. It's already like 9:30 at night.
Okay.
So anyway, it's Waffle House Day, and we had to ban someone from the private chat for disinformation on Sunday. That was very sad. But
what?
I
missed that.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, so that's who I was talking about.
Oh,
So
you're talking about me? Oh,
yeah.
shit, that's right. Because I sent the wrong Waffle House.
Because Mary
me.
said we're going to the Waffle House right near Poncho's, and then sent an address to a Waffle House down
Three
at
people.
the interstate.
You know what's funny is I took that wrong address that she sent, and I totally missed it. And I saw the address and their screenshot underneath it, and I punched that into the
He took
GPS,
right
and I got to the right
address.
place.
Somehow we did. Yeah.
That was my Polish magic coming through.
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was
I followed
the
directions
one by
incorrectly to get the
Poncho's.
right result.
So my bad. I mean, I felt really bad. I was super anxious getting to Waffle House. I was like, fuck.
Well, I was trying to spam because I was running late, and I was trying to spam this is the right address, and I had pulled up to Waffle House and saw that Lyle and Ryan were already at this Waffle House waiting, like just scoping it out to see who would. When they saw that I showed up, they're like, "Well, this must be the right Waffle House. If anyone was going to be at the right one, you'd think it'd be the guy that lives here."
Yeah, I felt terrible about that.
Yeah, and
Just so
then
you know.
and then so with Waffle House, for people who have never been, it's a small diner with like individual booths and then some individual stools up at the bar. The Waffle House is not a full size restaurant for like 60 people to
No,
you can't reserve a Waffle House for 300 people. So again, when our whole freaking crew comes rolling up to Waffle House, I'm like, where are people going to sit? Like there's not, like we can't tell people they have to leave because we're taking over the restaurant. But apparently we did. I think everyone in the restaurant that wasn't us just sort of kind of got the memo that they need to clear out.
Yeah.
Is it because I was pacing around?
Yeah.
Staring at people?
Yeah, because this lady with a
wasn't
weird
trying to
accent was
rush.
walking around. Yeah.
The weird accent.
I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to rush anybody. I was just like eyeballing tables. Like, okay, they just got their
Like eyeballing
check.
them hard.
Yeah, no, but I was just like, like looking.
So you
and
got your check. You guys leaving now or what? You guys just gonna hang out? You just
it
lingering?
made me
That's
want to
loitering.
work at
You know
a
they don't like
restaurant
loitering.
again, though. And we had the best waitress, I have to say.
No,
her
it
name
was her
Ireland.
second day.
Her second day. I had no
Yes.
idea. She was great.
Yeah, and
Yes.
she was
So
like,
great.
she was like, it's so nice to have like nice people here. And I was gonna say to her, I didn't get a chance, but I was gonna say, oh, we're Mormons, and then she was
No!
like, oh, and then I was like, no, it's worse. We're libertarians.
Yeah, she could have suffered the first one, but the second one they would have asked us to leave. So anyway, so the whole crew eats at Waffle House. D3 joined us at our table, and he
Oh, I bet
ordered
he
the
learned
All-Star
some stuff.
Special because well,
I
because
wasn't
he was
even monitoring that conversation. Or
he
this
was looking on the
conversation.
menu. Well, so first of all, he joined our table, so he was one of us. First of all, and second of all. So it was me, Lyle, Ryan, and D3. And second of all, he was looking at the menu. He couldn't decide what he wanted. He wanted the things that were in the All-Star Special. But we'd said, well, the All-Star Special is actually all of those things, not just a thing that you pick.
Yeah.
And then when he got confused, you know what? Just get it. Just get it. Just get
Oh,
the
you
All-Star
guys did that.
Special. Yeah, just get it. If that's what you want, just get it. Dad doesn't care. So
We're on vacation.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't have that honeymoon.
And you know what? Lyle picked up that tab, and I didn't know that, and I
Wait, what?
messaged him. Lyle picked up that tab because he was part of that table.
Oh.
I didn't include him. I forgot. Not that I forgot about a child.
Wow. Yeah,
But
we left him at a couple places.
He was there, and it escaped me when I was moving Chris and Jane to our table, and told the waitress. And Lyle picked up David's tab, and I messaged him, and he said, "It was my pleasure. He was great company." And I said,
He's a
"That
funny kid.
I said that makes my mom heart so happy to hear that. Thank
That
you
we did
so
okay.
much." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Ryan is saying there in chat is that Lyle's picking up the check, so just All-Star Specials for everyone. And
Picking up the tab.
so after Waffle House, so Sherry and Mike and Evie leave us at that point to head back to Knoxville. Gary, I forgot. So Gary Dykstra, who his travel, they didn't make it in. He didn't make it in until basically just in time for the show Saturday night
Just
out
in
at the venue. But he joined us the next day at Waffle House and stuff. And yeah,
Celeste
exactly.
made a meme.
Yeah.
It says this Waffle House can fit so many anarchists in it.
Yeah, and then so we're all standing around outside, and it's actually hotter on Sunday than it was on Saturday, and it's like, so we got to go somewhere. Like again, we're completely taking up Waffle House's property here. We got to go somewhere, and so we go back to my house, which has no furniture in it except for this. like, one person can sit down. Otherwise, everyone has to sit down on the floor.
Yeah, and we're playing it all on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a
Kids
dozen.
rotated on the rowing machine. They were fine with that.
Yeah, there was never been more than 2 human beings in my house at any given time, me and Anna Kay. And I had a dozen internet friends in my house taking turns on the scale because they're kind of retarded. I mean,
autistic.
Yeah, it's
autistic means you're
Autistic.
special in a special way.
Yeah. And so anyway, everyone comes back to my place. Time goes on, and it's time for people to start heading their separate ways. I know you guys wanted to reward the kids for having stuck it out all day Saturday and Saturday night.
They did so great.
So
we had a great time. So if Keith sees this or hears this, Keith McQuarrie, thank you so much. We had such a rad time.
So much fun. Go-karts.
Yeah, he works at the best place.
The best place.
It's an arcade, go-karts, batting cages, driving ranges, putt-putt. And then we were just looking at this like this VR thing. We're just like, me and the kids are looking at it, and Keith walks over and starts punching buttons. And then this kid, I think that was running it, didn't know who Keith was, and he's like, and he's setting it up, and he's like, okay, do you have your card? And I'm like, I don't have a card. Like, we're just looking at
Keith's
it.
like, I've been here 15
and Keith
years.
walks over and he punches in these secret codes, and we go in, and it's like this little cubicle, and you put on these VR headsets, and you grab onto this thing, and the floor moves, and there's wind blowing, and there's heat, and you're shooting at stuff, and it was awesome.
I have a video of it.
It was really cool.
It was something like probably $10 to play that game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they let you play for a long time.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of fun.
So
we
you guys,
the children.
You guys head out to there. Lyle takes Ryan with him, and from my understanding is he just pinned a sign on a shirt that said "Take this, property of Green Bay," and just left him somewhere. And Lyle heads back to Mississippi.
Lost, please return to.
Yeah. And yeah, and then so that left Gary, Derek, Celeste, and myself. And speaking of that, so not only did Gary get in really late on Saturday, but because of a traffic jam in Kentucky, Derek and Celeste didn't make it to Poncho's Friday night. And so, all right,
terrible.
Well, we're gonna wait for everyone's Waffle House to digest, which actually takes like 96 hours, but we got like 4.
Yeah.
And then we're going back to Poncho. So Derek, Celeste, and Gary, we go back to Celeste says I was bitter. It's okay, Celeste. Calm down.
What time did you guys go to Poncho's again on Sunday?
About 6 o'clock that evening.
Oh my gosh, that's so soon.
So close.
I mean,
literally just waited.
Yeah. So anyway, we go out there to Poncho's, and we eat. Well, it was Sunday. They closed a little bit earlier on Sunday, so I was like, I think we better go, And we have our Ponchos, and then we go out in the parking lot, and Gary leaves us from there, and then I actually rode with Derek and Celeste, so they took me back to my place, and we were just kind of chilling in the car, and I said, you guys don't have to leave right away. Like, it doesn't. I've already blocked out this weekend as the end of days, so if you guys want to hang out for a little while longer, you can. And Derek and Celeste end up staying here until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh
Just
my gosh!
Talking about whatever.
You got the full rundown on Gilmore Girls now, or?
Yeah. Yeah, Gilmore Girls, orthodoxy, church, and
okay.
Polish people, and
Yes,
a lot of Slavic shit.
Pierogies.
Yeah.
Tell me you've had a pierogi before.
I've never had one.
Not even what is that?
Mrs. T.
But they're just raviolis, though, right? So
potato raviolis, yeah.
Yeah, but they're amazing, and you should definitely
dump some
try
hot
one.
sauce on there, and crazy people put gravy on them. I think. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, gravy.
But yeah, grilled onions and
yeah. Derek was speaking to me at great length about Ecclesiastes.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
No, really, I feel like I want to have these long, in-depth conversations with you guys. I love my children, but I also
we need
want to
kinda-
have this
we'll
adult
bring
time.
what's her name
We'll
with
bring
us?
Holly next
Yeah, we'll
time,
bring
and
Holly
she
next
can
time.
watch the kiddos, and we'll pay for her and her kids' trips down to Tennessee.
It's going to be even more expensive
No,
next time.
it's fine. No. We'll just pay for other people to watch the children, and then we can.
Whatever.
Well,
We'll save up for it. A couple weekends. I'm fine.
we'll but we got plenty of time between now and next year's event to discuss some cost saving tips for everyone, such as leaving people at home with a slab of meat. And I told you, just leave $20 for Simon to grab some pizzas because he's looking out. He's babysitting.
Simon's looking out. I tell you what.
And screw those parking lot people, man.
Oh,
That's
we got a
racket.
ticket. Okay, so we got
It's
a
gotta
ticket.
be a racket.
We were in Nashville, and
Yeah, you park on this thing and you punch in the thing in the little
I
kiosk, and
said
it
an
said
hour and a half.
Yeah, it said
but
1
I
hour and
didn't.
it said free, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's rad.
Yeah.
You know, and we were 3 minutes late, and now I owe him $64.
Just don't pay
I
it.
should have said.
I know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, it's gonna go to the rental company. How are they gonna find us?
Yeah.
Well, but I
it
mean,
was it was really good though. It was really good. The food.
I'm just gonna pay it. What's $64 on top of all that stuff?
wow, that's where you're at psychologically now, Dave.
Yes, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah. Well,
That's why
all right.
I got the bill for the truck that we rented and the Airbnb, and I'm like, and all the food. I'm like, what's another $64?
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Like I said, we'll start earlier next time, figuring out ways that we can cut cost on accommodations and stuff. I mean, because that's like a really big one, right? Like accommodations is a really big one. Yeah. So anyway, they head out here at Monday morning at whatever time, and then
what I'm doing
after that. Because I still had the tripods and the lights and all that stuff. We're sitting. Where's Dave going? He just left.
He's the tech guy in our house, and Jane there's some kind of bing sound, she said, coming from the speakers upstairs. So he has to go up and fix it. Because why would I go up? There's no point in me going up to come back down and tell Dave to go up in 5 minutes.
I'd just be unplugging them. So
yeah, well, that's. But then, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to have a good time here, Alan.
All right.
So the kids
we're gonna take a brief pause on my recounting the weekend for Dave to get back. But
okay.
I do want to say there's nothing to complain about. I'm thrilled with how everything turned out after some
I'm so glad.
touch and go moments. We definitely need to think next year about some things we can do different to cost save, both for everyone that's going to be there and for us, because my single biggest fundraiser of the year basically was broke dead even on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty bad, actually.
Well, we have, you know what though? We have time now, and I'm not going to sing the song "Time Is on Our Side," but we got it. We got that time. And I'm already looking at Airbnbs or new vans. If we have a new van, we don't have to rent a vehicle. We rented because our car, I'm not going to put everyone in the car for, 10 hours. We did 5 hours down to Cincinnati and then 5 hours to Tennessee because this was our first major road trip.
Sure.
But still 5 hours for the kids smashed in the back. Like, heck no, I can barely listen to their bullshit, and I love them, but on the way to Target, locally, like they're already fighting, you're touching me. Well, of course you're touching. You're in a freaking car. There's a hump in the back,
Yeah.
So in the van, we would take the van, but it has issues, it's like, no air conditioning. How are we gonna go drive
Yeah.
interstate with no air conditioning and no cruise control because one of the kids when they were little broke that off right away. So how can you drive? Dave hates driving with his foot
Yeah.
for long distances. So that was our thing. But I think the hotel block thing is great. Aaron mentioned about
camping.
camping too. But also Aaron had mentioned that with the hotel blocks, like say like up to this point, it's this price, and then after that it's, you know, double. And that's true. We've gone to events where, because we were in Amway, you know, you get your hotel room reserved, you know, months in advance because the price was cheap.
Occupy a police station.
Well,
Yes.
so that's to finish that point is if we end up doing the event back closer to Columbia next year, either because Blake's place is open or because we just rent a place in Columbia to do the event, so that particularly if we have a place that is big enough on the inside that we can kind of pre-plan, we can pre-set up a lot more stuff, so we're not having to do it the same day and that sort of thing.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Then that would be great, but we better raise another couple grand, because if I had done that this year, I'd just lost $1,000 on my fundraiser.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I wouldn't pay rent that month, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's entirely dependent on what we raise. Or another option is that we end up doing it closer to Nashville next year. Tom Arnold, that a lot of people know as Liberty Claus, he had come to me on Saturday and said, well, I've got the big farm up there with this huge barn that has like stuff built into it that would be perfect for events. And I'll have more time for that next year because I'm retiring this year. That's just throwing that out there. That's something we could do. And
you mentioned that to me.
It would take a lot of work to get it set up, because Tom ain't going to do it. You know, Tom's not going to set up that whole property for us. We'd have to go there and do the legwork. But it would be closer to Nashville, and so if everyone's coming to Nashville, they wouldn't have to then go another hour, you know, south or west or whatever. So that's another idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, every year before we've done it in Columbia, which is super convenient for me, obviously. But if you're going to be here one day for ponchos and another day for the event, then you would just stay in Columbia and you wouldn't have to drive around. You'd you'd be 5 minutes away at all times. So
I felt happy where we were.
Yeah.
I mean, just for
everything felt like 20 minutes away, and that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, for Dave and I, we were fine. You know, we knew Columbia was like 25 minutes and Bonach was going to be 25 minutes. But we were also in
the yuppie neighborhood, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, I guess for fucking yuppies. I don't know. I booked the Airbnb real late, and it had to be good for the kids. It had to be good for our family. And some of the Airbnbs were like,
Willie Nelson came out and waved at us.
Yeah, some of them were like, oh, you know, there's this upstairs, but there's no railing, and there's a big drop off. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm not gonna. So we were all on one floor, and it was fantastic. I'm actually homesick for all of it. Like, I want to
this shitty place.
Yeah, there's a lot of rusty nails on the floor. Yeah.
But
yeah, you guys did have a nice place. Well, I was making fun of you that it was in a yuppie place, because it was in a yuppie place.
I had no idea.
Yeah, the neighbor was like, "You guys moving in?" And I'm like, "I wish."
Yeah.
I had no clue. Just when we and I think the price went up since we booked it because it was cheaper. I know than what it is listed.
Yeah, I mean,
now.
it costs as much as a nice hotel room.
Yeah, right. And I was like, but it's a fucking house, you know, like, and
a
everyone
really nice yard,
space, nice yard. The kids had a blast. Fireflies come out way earlier in Tennessee than they do
got
here.
Got to park our bus in the garage.
The Fireflies here are not even coming out for another month. Yeah. My kids were
Aaron
pumped.
had a nice Airbnb.
So
when they were down there, like
on that token. So again, if we knew we were going to raise the money, and if we knew a certain amount of people were coming, like if we decide a date, you know, at Christmas for next summer, and people actually get on the freaking horn and start like we build a call center and they start calling everyone saying, "Hey, you going to the event?
Yeah.
Here's the tickets. You want to go ahead and grab a few extras just in case." If we knew we were going to do that, then we could always go like the hoity-toity Tom Woods route. I mean, we don't have hotels the way they have down in Orlando near where he is, but we could always get a hotel, block off some rooms, use their convention center. So then that way me and Dave would go in there that morning. We'd set everything be set up. We'd set everything up.
I could set up my fucking buttons.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Gosh, that killed me. I couldn't get my buttons. Like, I'm looking at your screen and I'm like, I don't know where anything is because I have buttons for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Carl says market date this moment, start marketing. I mean, we might discuss that here in the next few weeks. We might decide here this very month. Well, like, hey, this is what we're shooting for next year. You know, because I mean, we're picking a weekend, right? Like, we're picking a Saturday.
Oh, Keith's been here.
Yeah.
Hi, Keith.
He's been listening in the car, but he couldn't
And-
type, so yay.
And what I
Thanks,
might
Keith.
do,
That was awesome.
because the thing is that if people saw what we just enjoyed and they're like, wow, that
Oh.
looked awesome, I want to be there. Then
Feeling
we
what we just enjoyed.
could just do some fact checking and figure out where we could set up. Like I said, where can we go in the immediate area that has a nice convention space with a stage where we'll bring in everything.
Yes.
And if we're indoors, it'll be that much easier to set up as well. We were trying to do that outdoors at night. It'll be easier indoors where the whole
Yes.
room is lit, basically, you know.
And you can pre-do that like ahead of time.
So we can find out what the requirements would be in terms of cost, blocking out rooms, you know, attendance, that sort of thing. And we could just give that. I mean, by July, we could tell people, look, this is what it's going to be. If we're going to have that many people come and we can raise the money, then we'll book it. But, you know, if our attendance is going to go down 20% next year, we just can't afford it. We can't afford
It's
to do
only
it that
going
way.
up, baby.
No, they're getting hyped
It's
right now.
only
Everybody who
going up.
wasn't there right now in the comment
Yeah.
section is going to be there.
And everyone who was there is going to be there because they enjoyed it so
And
much.
I think it should be right on the bay here on Lake
Absolutely.
Erie.
Right
with
here
the
on
Erie Convention Center.
Erie, PA has a wonderful place, Alan.
Right on the bay. It's amazing.
Mhm.
There's hotels everywhere. That's all we have in this city is hotels.
Hotels, a bunch of hotels, a nice bay you can
And
look
bars
at, and
and
a lake.
churches. Actually, you guys got a lot of churches, man. I passed like 16 churches going to Waffle House.
And the kids are like, we should be going to church. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
like this is the Bible Belt, you know. Like they call it that for a reason.
oh.
And I bet you I feel right at home there because that's
Probably,
that
yeah.
fire and brimstone preaching that
Yeah,
I need.
yeah.
Because I'm a bad sinner.
Yeah, well, we're all sinners, Dave.
But
Not me though, right? Not me though, guys.
I'm the king of sinners.
No, definitely not Alan.
Okay. So first of all, I think we already discussed that Tennessee is a centralized location, not Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And second of all, the only way that would even be discussed is if someone was bringing me and all my stuff up there to you guys. Like why does the host of the
Well, use
goddamn
my
show
PC, It's fine.
have
Alan
to do
wants to be flown up.
No,
Honestly,
no, I
for
don't
me to
fly.
Alan up with just and put him up in a hotel would be so much cheaper.
No, I don't fly because fuck the TSA. Someone would have to personally chauffeur me and all my gear.
Oh yeah, because I don't drive either.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
Dave is
I also
very
don't
much
drive.
the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Perry Hose, MC said Perry. It's a volunteer
Fire department. Yeah,
fire
yeah.
department, and
It's
you
a
can
fire
rent out their
hall.
hall. You can
Yeah.
rent out the fire hall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we used to have the union parties. That was fun.
I know, right?
They're nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably affordable.
yeah, yeah. Ryan thinks that Green Bay is the move. We should just do it at Green Bay next.
I did not realize how close Tennessee. I mean, when like Ben and them said they drove 9 hours, I'm like, we drove 10.
I know.
Celeste
I
says
didn't
so.
know Texas
Basically,
was that
Alan is
close.
Norm Macdonald. Yes, absolutely. Norm Macdonald understood that if you're good enough at what you do and people really want to accommodate you, you just tell people, no, I can't. Like, sorry, I can't make it on account of my not ever traveling or doing anything, and then people will actually come get you and take you to places. And also, by the way, I'm pretty sure Wisconsin is not centrally located to Florida and Texas. I'm pretty
Probably
sure it's
not.
not.
More than us, though.
Maybe more than, yeah, definitely more than Pennsylvania. Hey, Alan,
Yeah.
You have to say yes, Mary.
Yes, Mary?
I weighed myself today.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't gain a pound.
Wow.
That's
I don't know
amazing.
how that happened.
After the week we had.
Because you were
know
busy.
why? I don't think I sat the whole time. I sat I finally sat on the couch for like 2 minutes, and then I sat on the blue chair, and then I sat on the brown chair in the Airbnb, but I did not sit.
No, you didn't. You didn't chill on the couch at all.
No,
I did.
I barely did.
Yeah.
I stood I stood waiting for someone to ask me for something, or just embracing the beautiful island that was in
Oh,
the
the
kitchen. I was
open-
like,
the
oh,
open
I love
floor
it here.
plan.
I'll just stand here and do dishes and watch TV. But I didn't gain, and I ate a lot, but I don't think like I think I ate like once a day, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
how we did. Yeah.
yeah, like
Once or
I ate
twice a
like
day.
once a day.
Oh,
And
you.
I peed on a keto stick today. And I'm not in there anymore.
Well, you're
I'm
on
close.
the edge.
I'm on the edge. I'm on the very,
Yeah.
very edge.
Yeah, I mean it really takes like a week or more to kind of get back
Yeah.
in the zone if you dropped
Yeah.
out. So I mean that's why I had said I'm not even going to look until Monday when I've had a whole week to just kind of reacclimate
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
I wanted to just see, because I feel like when I look at myself, I'm like, I don't feel like I gained any weight, but like I feel like crap, you know, like blah.
Aaron
So
says Aaron says, "Did Dave sit on the couch and watch Mr. Beast?"
Oh,
No, actually,
no.
Dave's corpse was laying by my front door for like half an hour before we finally called the morgue.
I took a quick power nap on
Yeah.
Alan's floor.
I have a bed. Like you could have.
No. That's where I'm happy. Like I
You're
find
so
I
Okay.
find my place.
Yeah, you're
I would
sweet
have
to offer.
been
Alan.
super awkward in your bed. So I was like,
That's
Yeah.
what he does. Anywhere he is, he's like, I'm just gonna lay here with my fingers together and just take a nap.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
30 seconds. That's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reset.
No.
And
No one there
Do,
seemed to be
do.
too worried. So
No. A
yeah.
couple people checked on
it
me.
was
All
cool though. Like some of us got to see the actual studio.
Oh, yeah.
Setup, which
I thought you just did in
apparently
your living room.
re
But yeah, you have a.
did.
Speaking of that,
Studio.
Dave, I'm sitting in the rebuilt studio right now. I've moved
Okay.
everything.
Oh,
So what does this mean?
where's the window?
The
What do you
window's
mean
actually
rebuilt?
over here. I'm on the wall with the window. It's over there.
Oh my god.
Um,
You changed the wall?
Yes, hold on. Hold on.
oh my gosh.
Because now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Alan's just leaving.
Here we go. No, it's moving. It's
He's
moving.
Leaving.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
my
the
gosh.
door. No, that was. What?
Wait. So wait, I walked in the door and your studio was over here. Like I walked in the door and the studio was over there. But now you walk in the door and the studio's there? Oh wow.
I just moved the camera, so it's just all fucked now. Look at that.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. You're
Oh
fine.
my gosh, it's so off.
No, it's really
Wow.
not good.
No, yeah.
Can you tell?
This is shit. Look at that. This is shit.
He's joking. What are you talking about, Dave? What?
Look.
Oh.
See how the lines aren't right?
Oh.
You're not going to be able to fix that. That's even worse.
No, it's fine. It's better.
No, that's worse. No.
It's more of like
oh my
a
gosh. Maybe
Okay.
the room's crooked.
tilted.
The camera's straight. The room's
We're
crooked.
fine. Power naps are awesome. I can't take a power nap anymore. Well, I mean, I guess I can. I just can't actually really sleep. I just lay in the
Close.
bed and relax. I can't fall asleep because then I fall asleep for like 2 hours. But I'll lay down and just be
We
like,
could probably also do this before the next show
Oh.
because like my VNC isn't working. None of my buttons are working. It's killing me.
yeah, maybe the room is crooked.
Yeah.
Maybe you're drunk, Dave.
No, the camera's straight. The room's crooked.
I should have.
So what?
I'm gonna have to fix it
prompted you
later.
what prompted you to redo everything?
Well, for one, I basically just slid everything over and moved what I didn't need downstairs, so there's tons more space in the room.
Oh, okay.
And two, if I was going to do that, now was the time.
Mm.
As opposed to
true.
if I already set
True.
everything back up, it would never move again. It's just
True.
So anyway, let me finish my thoughts on that since we're all caught back up now.
Yes.
So Derek and Celeste left at like 3 a.m. I had decided then. I grabbed another bottle of water. I was going to go to bed, and I thought, well, what I'll do, because I've still got all these lights and tripods and everything downstairs, is I'll just like every time I take a trip up and downstairs, I'll just pick up a couple and take them upstairs with me, and then eventually I'll be done. And I went to bed. I woke up the next morning, went downstairs, grabbed another drink, picked up a couple of tripods, started heading back upstairs. And it was that first moment that it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It's really quiet and lonely here today.
Oh. Yep.
I've never had that many people around.
Oh.
Like, definitely not here. Like, I don't even tell
Yeah.
my friends where I live. They just don't.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
didn't
know.
think we'd ever find out.
Yeah.
When you said, like, let's go to my place, I'm like,
Is he giving us his real address?
he trusts us. It finally worked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, like, we couldn't all just stand outside a Waffle House all day.
Yeah.
That's
So also
that's
get
the
ready
main
for
reason.
FBI, get on the ground.
Yeah. So anyway, so I spent most of that day just rebuilding the studio, and this has been kind of a long week. It's just Wednesday right now. It feels like it's the weekend again. I'm just wiped out completely from just the
You wanna come say
whole.
hi?
You want to say hi?
Come over here. Jane wanted to come in. Say hi. She's gonna hide behind her hair.
I love you.
Mm.
Yep, soon, okay?
Celeste says hi. Say hi to Celeste.
Oh, Patty's here. Hey, Patty.
Oh, Patty's here. Hi, Patty. Thanks for coming.
All right. I'll be up soon, okay?
Yeah, we got to put our
Promise.
kids to bed pretty soon.
Mhm.
They're all
So-
like
Say good
asking
night.
roundabout questions of
Okay.
when are you going to put us to bed, but they act like they don't want to go to bed, but
I'll
they
be
need to
upset.
go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. So
So, Alan, you had that feeling of quiet.
Alan had feelings.
I know, right?
I love that.
yeah, well, I had to think my thoughts on Monday. So
Understandable.
yeah. So rebuilt the studio, got back to work on Tuesday, made that little slideshow clip that we played to kick off the after party.
Beautiful, by the way. Especially, I mean, with the cheer, it's like
And good selections because you had like 900 videos or
Yeah.
pictures to choose
Mm-hmm.
from, like literally, and even that video was like tick 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 tick
Yeah.
because that was just a small portion
it was, yeah.
of all
Guys,
the submissions
honest
of
to
all
goodness,
the pictures.
Make plans to come next year because it is
Aaron.
amazing. Amazing. Mm-hmm.
Aaron says
Oh, there
Alan
you go.
pretended to have feelings so he could blend into society. Classic sociopath.
Classic.
No. Alan's not a classic sociopath. I felt them when he was like, we had one brief moment before we stepped aside, and he's like, "Thank you. That's all
Oh.
you're gonna get."
Oh,
Now I didn't say that last part.
No, and but it meant something to me. I know
Yeah.
that you meant it, and and yeah, it was fun, and we decided to make a family vacation out of it.
Mhm.
And
It was great.
great,
It
yeah.
was so great. The whole trip was so great. I'm just so happy we got to meet so many of you and see so many of you again. And our kids made friends.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh, seriously, bring your children
oh yeah,
because there's little like
Yeah.
anarchists like running around together. It is freaking
Sherry's
amazing.
daughter.
Yeah,
like with-
Evie.
she's
Yep.
she's a great girl.
And Ben White's son. Yeah.
And
he
oh,
was-
yeah,
he-
Ben
he
White's
was
son
sitting
hanging out with Chris.
Yep.
Like Chris connected with somebody, and it's like, wow, you guys are
So
connecting.
great,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yep. David had a blast. He likes to be involved in all of it. And he told me,
Mhm.
he's like, I had so much fun. I had so much fun.
And he
he's
missed out on
13,
things. He
and
missed
he
out on things
doesn't-
that he wanted to do this weekend
Yeah.
or this week, and he had a lot of fun at your event.
I think the only thing he missed out on was Hardee's.
And well, he missed the Union picnic.
Oh, here. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the Union picnic. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Dave's work usually.
But this event was just as fun, and he had just
he
as
had
much
a
fun.
ball. So I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot because I just finished off this awesome.
And I'm drunk 'cause
bourbon.
I just
Um,
drank a bunch of moonshine and some Mountain Dews.
I did not drink when I was there. I had a few drinks.
I
If I could
drank a
just
lot.
say this, like
But outside of the event,
at the events, I did not want to. I did not want to be drunk. I was like, I'm gonna sip on Truly. I misplaced like 5 Trulies, like I cracked open a new one, took a sip, misplaced that one. I was happy just being myself around everybody. It was really, really great. Like
See, I erased all the memories afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Robert Farrell, though, he came and brought us that
Yeah, he brought us the blue lightning
moonshine, and he also brought us this Wheeler's Raid Distillery premium small batch bourbon whiskey, French oak finish bourbon, and it's really strong. But I told Dave, I'm like, you got to save me some so I can just sip. And I was sipping tonight, maybe a little too hard, but
welcome to the beginning of the end of kids. I know they're growing up.
But I'm really glad I was like sipping and I was just chilling, lots of water, hydrating. So much fun. My kids, the cooling station, the venue was great.
And thanks for the hosts for smuggling me away and getting me a
coffee.
They gave me that espresso. They're like coffee snobs.
Yeah.
I snuck into their house and they gave me espresso.
I was like, listen, Dave needs to chug a coffee right before the show, and he's tired right now. And they went up to the house and gave Dave a coffee, like a really strong
coffee. So I could
coffee.
stimulate a personality for the show.
It was such a good show, Alan. It was such a great time.
It came out good. After all that bullshit, it came out really good, I think.
It was just so great. Oh my gosh. And Celeste said her heart is full. Like she feels so good being around all of us. And I feel the same. And I'm trying not to feel sad because we're all back in our homes now. So we need to keep doing this and then get together again. Because I miss you guys so much.
Next time, Aaron.
It was truly a family. Oh, look, I fixed the camera while you were talking. Ha.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's pretty
thanks.
That's good.
Like it truly was a family event. So our friend Justin Campbell came from Indiana. He brought his son Shane with him. Of course, Ben and Melody White came and brought their entire families.
Yes,
which is fantastic.
Yeah, David was hanging out with that one kid.
Yeah, Shane. Is that who that was? Okay. I still can't believe Ben came and Melody. I was like in shock when I saw them. I'm like, I had no idea. I thought he was someone else. I went up and introduced myself because I'm like, you are not Ben White, even though you look exactly like Ben White. But you
no
are
way
not,
is Ben White
no
here.
way is Ben White right here, right now. And I was like, hey.
The hardest anarchist that
and
we
he's
know.
like, Ben. And I'm like, I was in shock for like 5 whole minutes, like 5 literal minutes. That's a long time, guys, for me to be going, oh my gosh. Wait, what?
I learned something. I mean, Ben always shares everything that I post on Twitter, so I know that he's subscribed and all that. But I didn't realize he was such a big.
He interacts a lot.
I didn't realize he was such a big fan of the show. He was telling me, so Ben and Melody have normie friends at work that they show It's Too Late to, and they all laugh because they said, quote, "We don't know what's going to come out of this guy's mouth next."
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
No, it's like, yeah, that sounds like It's Too Late. That's it.
Yeah.
So you think you're watching a normal late night show, and next thing you know, abortion.
Yeah. Melody had guillotine earrings on.
Yeah,
like
they had like rooftop motor t-shirts
with,
on.
Like, a little skull underneath. I'm like, they are the fucking Texas. I got to go down and see those folks because they're out there. You know what I mean? Like they're
doing it.
And I don't mean like they're out there. I mean like they're out there. Like they dragged a guillotine out to in front of the court, you know, and
just so y'all
talking
remember.
about jury nullification. Yeah. So I had no clue, Alan. I had no idea.
Yeah. So they already told me that they're going to be back next year. There's no doubt about that.
Nice.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be the way that we get through the next little while here of missing everybody and is to plan for next year.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll
That's how I feel.
We'll figure something out. I mean, like I said, there's lots of things that I would like to do or do differently or do better or whatever, and I don't think it necessarily requires us having a lot of things. It's just we have to have it planned in advance, and we have to fundraise to make it physically work. But I don't know. The more I've thought about it sitting here, the more I've thought about the hotel idea down in near Columbia and having a convention room and just doing it like that.
Do it right.
I mean, there's not massive 4 and 5-star hotels here, but there's a few at least decent ones that I know have spaces. But I mean, if they've got a convention room that'll fit 100 people, that's enough for us.
Gary's here. Gary's here.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary.
I like talking about the event afterwards more than talking about the event like we have been ahead of time. It's like boring for people. We're like, okay, we have to have this ready and that ready.
Oh, but afterwards, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it already happened. I know for you guys, you're like, oh, relax. But I'm telling you what, oh my gosh, please come. It is.
All right,
amazing.
so Wabi Sabi says I'm flying next time and not drinking more than my weight in booze.
What? Stop here. All right. Okay.
We were so worried about you. Like afterwards, like, has anybody heard anything from Seth?
Yeah.
And we're starting like worried, like, I don't know. He hasn't been here in the chats.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yep. Listen, hang out. We'll hang out.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sipping drinks to like.
Yeah, and then we're gonna have the same pep talk that we did for this time, but more harder next time.
Yes. Yep.
Like remember this. We don't have to get drunk. We can get drunk any night of the week. We don't have to do it for the event.
So
we can have
so
fun.
much fun.
So as Celeste pointed out, if we do raise the money and sell the tickets to do like
when?
Well, I mean,
sorry.
Anyway, to do a convention type thing, then we could do it any time of year, so we could move it back. So because before they were always in March because it was every 50 episodes. Because next, like second or third week of March next year is going to be episode 250.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And that's it. And there won't be a 251. It's just that's it. It's just the end of the show.
Time to end it.
It's just done? No.
Yeah.
Let's
it's just
make it
over.
A combination like it's too late LLN thing, and then we just end both of our shows at the same time, and
I don't want to end.
And we let Derek take over.
Oh,
yeah.
I missed everybody so much. Like Friday is coming, and I'm so excited because, this is fulfilling like I'm so grateful for the event because I got to see so many people, and this is also fulfilling a need in me now because
Derek,
we get to hang out with everyone. So, I can't just not do shows. You know what I mean?
We'll always do shows.
Yeah.
If the economy collapses and
even
and
movie
we can't
night,
afford
I
all
just
this anymore, we'll
I'm
just
like,
do it from our phone, and we'll do
Yeah.
movie night from our phone. We'll hold it, and we'll watch the movie, and you guys can watch the movie through our phone.
We've always
and
had
we'll
this.
just sit there.
Where are you right now on your timeline, Dave?
I don't know. I think everything's going to collapse before next year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
We're gonna, we're gonna have the same truck, but it's gonna have the snowplow in the front.
Can I just share real quick that gas went up 20 fucking cents?
Oh, definitely not if Fed Boy's here.
Well, he's been here. He was watching the original show and he came back for the after show. But
keeping an eye on us.
Gas went up 20 cents. We left for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 30 or 40 cents.
No. Because gas here was $4.79 and now it's $4.99.9.
I swear
by this time next year, when we're doing the next live event, either the bubble will have burst and it'll be like $7.25 to like rent the Suburban and come down, or the convention stay will be $740,000. We will have hit that rampant inflation and
milk's gonna be $3,000 a gallon.
Yeah. So anyway,
I guess.
Do what?
No, let Alan wrap up. No. Dave's just saying that we should go at some point, but you wrap up, Alan, because this is your show. Thanks for letting me talk so much. I'm sorry I talk so much.
That's okay. I mean,
you let me tell how the show goes because I'm the producer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shut up.
Oh, speaking of that.
Oh, I can't hit the button. Can you please?
Hit the button.
I've had it's been working this whole time. It's just you. It's been working this whole time.
No, it has not.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we
they're
got a
gonna
week to
fight
figure
you
that
guys
out, don't we,
way
Dave?
later.
We do. Yep.
All right,
Fight,
listen.
fight.
All
Can
right.
you hit the button for me though?
What
Can you
button?
hit
Trump
the
one?
shut up, silly woman?
Oh,
Trump button. Yeah.
it's hard for me to see from here because I don't have my readers.
Right?
Shut
I know,
up,
right.
silly woman.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Wait, hold. All right. So speaking of that, speaking of the producer, this guy who's been doing this show now since October said the intro wrong at the fourth
What?
annual. It's too late. You said the word "and" when the word "and" does not appear anywhere in the
I said
introduction.
and?
You did. You fucking did. You
said
fucking
and?
did, Dave.
Oh my gosh. Because it's
Wait,
And you have a
followed
note.
The gold standard report.
no,
did
because
you?
let me show you the note. Hold on. Hold on. Because see, I wrote it weird because it says ladies and Jen,
Tolman.
Jen.
Now.
but the T almost looks like an and, doesn't it?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
Okay.
because the note is flawed. This
Oh.
this thing that I've been running off this whole time.
It's garbage. Well, Jane did the intro in the Suburban thing we rented, whatever. I call it the van, but whatever.
I
She
said
did it, and
I
it was
listened.
adorable. And I think sometime you should have let her do it because she did it
All my
so
kids
well.
know the intro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But except for you. You don't know
Oh,
it.
except for
You don't know it.
don't
All
watch
right.
it now.
Um,
No, Dave, you can't pause.
What's
Dave, he's going back. He's going back. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to.
no. Oh, okay.
Who else is hearing this right now?
Everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now it's Too Late with Alan Mosley.
The whole show was ruined from that very moment.
I felt so good about it.
You're
Like,
fine.
I watched
You're
it
fine.
again.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right.
I could, Harambe.
So anyway.
Please lift Dave up. Please lift him
No,
up
it's
on
fine.
a good note. Please.
It's fine. I'm going to dwell on this for the next year. I'll
I
hit it
have
right
to go
next year.
to bed with this man right now for the next
Yeah.
364 days.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. For the next 364, well, 62 days from today, you're going to
Okay.
hear at night
Yeah.
when you're trying to doze off. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's too late. Though. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Oh my
David.
gosh.
That's still little
I'm making
B3
a meme. I'm
talking
making
about
a meme
talking about
right
the,
now.
talking about the sitcom tier list.
Yeah.
Is like about the having what was it on there
it
twice?
wasn't his
Will and
fault.
Grace.
Yeah.
I only looked at one. Yeah. I'm making a meme right now. So everybody check out wherever for that meme.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So on that note, wait, hold on. It's wrap up time. So
Okay.
that's we've already fleeced our audience of all their money, so no one's going to
Yeah.
be donating anything. So you
Save up
guys
for
are going to
next
be
year.
fine. All right. So special thanks, Andrew
There it
Avery.
goes.
Andrew Avery donated.
No, you know, I'm doing
Yeah. Yeah. Andrew Avery donated incredibly generously to make the show great. He did that and bought tickets and everything, not knowing whether or not he was going to make it. And then when he found out he couldn't make it, he just doubled his offer. Because that's who he is. Carl, I've got your hot sauce in the box down in the living room.
I'm supposed to sign that.
Yeah, we're supposed to do a lot of things, Dave. But
Supposed to be a musical segment. Yeah. That worked out right.
so Carl, I've got your hot sauce. Brian Johnson, who drove out from Texas, was one of the ones who he met us at Poncho's. That was the first time for many of us meeting him. We had our 7 Days to Die crew at Poncho's.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
awesome.
And then Seth B joined us the next day. So we actually had pretty much the whole crew except for Aaron at the venue on Saturday. Which is, we probably should have taken some time to discuss that because the Horde starts like in an hour from the next time we log on. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
I'll get your name above the bed. We'll get that done.
Yeah, make sure you're working on that while you hear things beating on the door outside and screaming and gunfire. And Lyle and Ryan that I had already mentioned, because that's what you do when you go on vacation, is you clock in and get to work. I mean, I feel bad listing people and things because I'm going to forget people and things, and then I'm going to feel bad. Of course, Mike and Sherry, who came over from East Tennessee, and Sherry brought her gear from her studio to go along with my gear and your gear, and Keith McQuarrie, our stage manager for that evening, trying desperately to save our production.
and definitely not a Fed boy in the helicopters flying overhead.
Oh my gosh, that helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird.
Yeah, that is very true. That was wild. Carl!
You're more shit.
I know you've done something. It actually, you don't know how funny it was to me to hear people talking like that throughout the whole afternoon and evening. Gary, you're causing a scene! But he kind of was causing a scene because we were trying to start the show and he just showed up. So it's kind of appropriate. Hold on a second. Here we go. Carl decided your kids just don't get to go to bed tonight. Yep. I mean, they know where their beds are. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, is that what you just dropped?
Yeah.
Where am I looking?
Carl, you gotta message me your address so I can send you.
Carl!
So I can send you the leftover "It's Too Hot" with Alan Mosley, which was pretty good.
Some banana pudding with some rotten bananas.
Yeah, the hot sauce was actually pretty good. I can testify to that.
He's been eating
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I've been dumping it on wings. We're still
Yeah,
on wings.
yeah, it's pretty good. So I think you'll like it. If you're a hot sauce person, I think you'll like it. I mean, all the people I'm forgetting. And last but not least, Mary, who had to wrangle like an entire orphanage this past weekend.
Not just our children.
Yeah.
No.
But just the neighborhood children who wandered in because they smelt food. Like she just kind of took care of everybody.
Put me on real quick. I really want to thank Mary because like this was like our family vacation, but also I wanted to do this our business, and I got to do that because Mary took care of the kids.
Oh,
and like not just at the event, but every night afterwards, and did your normal mom duties.
Thanks.
And thank you so much.
Thanks for being.
Because I did not feel like you needed me for anything. Like I could be at the event and I could do what I needed to do there, and you took care of everything, and I tried to help. But
you did great.
Thank you.
I love you. We make a good team.
Yeah,
we make a good team.
Even
thanks
though
for making this vacation possible for our family, and thanks for being the driver. Because I was not about
Mary
to be
did not
driving on
drive that thing at all.
I-65.
You didn't drive that thing at all.
No.
Even though by Dave's own admission he's redundant and unnecessary.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
Wait, hold on.
We couldn't do this without him.
Let's start over. All right. I totally forgot.
Thank you.
You guys don't know how depressing it is for me to have only had one cookie.
I am so sorry. How did you not just pocket a bunch of those, man? Holy.
I had a million other things on my mind.
No, I ate those on the way home. Those were mine.
I did get to have a cup of banana pudding, so that was nice.
Yeah. I don't know how you weren't just like shoveling it down, like, hey guys, what's going on? This is my cheat day.
I ate 2 servings of the barbecue, and the
that
mac
food
and cheese
so
was like deceivingly good.
Oh my gosh!
Man, that
Even
was good mac and
Chris
cheese.
went back in for mac and cheese. He didn't even ask. He just went in for it. He was like,
Yeah.
I saw him and he's just like,
I mean, I think we're probably going to do all that stuff the same next year. Probably going to do all that
good.
as
felt
before.
right.
That was very good. Yep.
It definitely felt like a family reunion, so that was nice.
Oh.
So, but I was
Love
going
you
to.
guys. I see you in the comments. Thanks.
So I only got to have one cookie. If it wasn't for other people taking pictures, I wouldn't even have any because I didn't take any pictures. Annika and I didn't get any pictures of us, not a one.
I think we got one selfie. Or no, we got selfies in the car when we were going places.
Yeah, we got car
Just then my
selfies.
mom. We got car selfies like, hey, we're going here. Oh, hey, we're going there. But Dave and I, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's absolutely. I wouldn't still be doing this if it wasn't for Annika. I mean, like. I actually discussed this at great length with Derek and Celeste at 3 a.m. That Annika curbs my baser instincts to just burn everything to the ground and go out in a blaze of glory. Like it's.
Gary
What?
didn't see the picture, so when we end this, can you play the montage again?
I'll play the montage and then hit stop stream, which I forgot to stop streaming to all the platforms but Twitch. So we've just been on this whole time everywhere.
Yeah, I saw people from Facebook commenting.
Yeah,
didn't
oops.
say anything.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
And last and not least, the #1 producer in late night, Dave Wolomowski, who said to me, and I quote, "It can't get any worse, right?" as we were getting ready to start the show.
I meant it. I did.
I know you
It
did.
got so much better.
Yeah, there was not a hint of irony when you said it at all.
No, I meant it.
Yeah.
I meant it. I'm like, this is really bad. And then we did the show, and it was a great show, and I was right because it was a great show.
Yeah. It was a great show. It really was. So many people laughing and having a good time, and I saw people shaking their heads. Yes, when Mike was talking, it was really good. Yep.
For those strong enough to hang out that late, for It's Too Late, because
Yep.
it's in the fucking name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Welcome to It's Too Late. It was a great show.
It was. It was
Yeah.
so
And
great.
you did a great monologue. The
I
lighting
made that
was
up in the
my
bathroom
amazing.
when I was
That was
putting my suit on.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it was great. I think the lighting was great. I'm like, this is too many lights. But then I watched the video afterwards, and I'm like, oh, that's how many lights you need.
Mhm.
And then you
Mhm.
saw Tim's picture where the audience is staring at the
Staring
sun.
at the sun. I can't
Yeah.
see Dave, I'm pretty sure. No, we
I
can
told
see
you
him.
guys that's how it is. Yeah, I mean, if we had just like regular camcorders next year, like 3 or 4 of a camera similar to Sherry's, then we wouldn't have to have a bunch of lights in our face if the room was lit. Like if lights were on
Oh,
above us.
okay.
But for this type of camera, I told you that's how it has to be to make it look
Great. Yeah.
right. But #1 producer in late night, and I gotta say, you guys just don't understand that if I already knew this, but I know it that much more after this past weekend, that Dave is a 10 times better man and father than he is a producer, and we all think he's a great producer.
Wow.
Accept the compliment, Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Except for he wouldn't let me to take him to bed on Sunday.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Picky.
I was a bit offended, but so I meant it when I told you that when you were getting ready to leave. Thank you for doing this. Because if you were just gonna Skype it in Saturday night, then
It wouldn't be the same.
it
wouldn't be the same. No, people would
It would
because then
not.
it would just be nonstop. Where's Dave? Why are y'all doing it like this?
Mm-hmm.
Why is Mary here but Dave's not? Like,
It's cooler down.
And where are the children?
yeah, right. So, I think that's all I have to say about that. I think we're good.
Thanks, Alan. Thank you. Thank you for recounting the whole time because I've been
was
doing
nice to
that
live it over again.
in my head. Yeah, and it was really nice. It
So,
was really, really nice.
I'm going to release the video. The little collage
Okay.
clip is going to come out tomorrow at like 10 o'clock in the morning. So everyone can watch it that hasn't already seen it. we'll share it with everybody. But
Okay.
in the meantime, I guess, I don't know, like just same time next year, I reckon. Just whatever.
We're gonna start
Maybe
planning.
we'll do a show Wednesday.
Well, what's that?
Maybe we'll do a show Wednesday.
Who?
Me and Alan.
Oh, next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Like a week from now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We actually, Dave, we already have a guest for next week.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Well,
shit.
you are.
We're just, onward and upward, buddy.
I thought we were gonna wait till next year. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
I love all the Dave
anything could happen,
faces.
but
Yeah.
The Dave emojis there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta play the. You gotta play the thing for Gary so he can see the cheers. On your way
I'm
out.
gonna play
That's
it. All right.
okay.
This is everybody. We're signing off. I'm gonna play the little collage clip, and then I'm ending the stream.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everyone. Love you. Good night, Alan.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are